is Thursday, the 15th of August.
Sorry, sir. No, you're good.
What?
No, you're good. Mike wasn't.
Good morning, people. It is Thursday, the 15th of August. Welcome to TDA, the day after. Your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, we are hosted by the best in the business. Me, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, big man of the bridge, and Brenty Lenty Plenty 20.
Amen, amen. Good morning. How are you?
I'm alright, how you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much. Do you really believe that you're the best in the business?
Yeah.
Do you wake up knowing full well that people rely on you to turn up and turn out?
Every day?
Every day. So it's added responsibility on you, right? You're driving down the road. You're like, I have to get to my destination safely because people are relying on me.
I'm one of the key content providers in this whole country.
You know. Huh? You know, during the pandemic, you would have been the ones that needed to be out and about.
I was a key worker.
I'm telling you,
remember,
man.
That's how everything took off in the first place.
Yeah, I remember.
The key work.
I remember.
Because of the key work that we was doing
this is it.
in the community.
This is it. Do you think they've forgotten though?
People forget fast, man.
God damn it.
People forget fast. They've got short memories, man. Trust me, it's a problem in the community. They forget so quick.
That's not good, man. But you hear that there's a possibility of mpox hitting the street, so you'll have the opportunity again to remind them how important you are.
But we had the mpox scare before.
Time ago, remember?
It didn't really hit though.
Yeah.
What are they ramping it up this time?
But no, the powers that be need for us to pop up again.
Need distraction. They need something else.
Yeah. So back in the news. It's back in the news. The scaremongering has already started.
Social distancing. There we go. Social distancing and stuff like that.
For the mpox?
That they can bring that back, right? I'm just saying that time in life.
You like that?
It sounds weird, and obviously I know a lot of people went through stuff and people died and people lost and all that, but I find myself looking at COVID with fondness. Like the time when it was, like, I just find myself looking back at it with fondness. It was all right. It was all right once you got used to it.
Do we really need this again, though? The implications of all of that rigmarole. For example, one, you're not having any unlocked again. You're not having any R&B and slow jams. And that's a travesty. That is a travesty.
Not ever again, but it's like, when you take it away for a bit, then the streets are excited when it's coming back. You know, it's like next summer we're out loud, we're outside, we're going to the events. No?
The momentum right now for R&B and slow jams needs to continue. It's fever pitch.
That's true.
And let's just say 9 months, this particular theory, this hypothetical, just evaporates, just like how COVID did all of a sudden, right? You're going to still have people hesitant to come out and turn up at R&B and slow jams.
Like initially, like you're saying that, just, yeah.
Do you think black people are actually going to listen too tough? Because the symptoms of mpox is not nice.
Not nice, isn't it? Yeah, but we need a cultural reset.
What does that mean?
We need a cultural reset. Everybody just needs to shut it all down. We need to shut it all down.
Hold on, you said cultural reset?
We need a lockdown.
What's it got to do with culture?
Because then everybody can't just go outside and just make content and just do everything.
Oh,
People can't just do everything that they want.
You mean the whole content creating culture?
Just the culture in general, just the things that I'm seeing online, the stuff that's happening, the conversations.
Give me a couple of gripes that you have that you've seen just recently, because I've seen some crap.
You know what it is, yeah. I couldn't even like point out specifically where I'm leading towards. Go on, because
I saw a woman take off her panties and put it in a tray of bagels.
I saw that foolishness. See, and this is what I mean. That's a good example to go to straight away.
Right away.
Lockdown.
You think lockdown is going to...
Lockdown.
But that might make it an arrestable offence if she does that. Because they're fluids in the panty, right?
It's crazy. People are going crazy for clout. They'll do anything because of this whole TikTok stuff.
I have to start watching my language. Somebody left a comment on YouTube saying that, like, the questions I ask sometimes is cringe and unneeded, unnecessary. So I need to start being mindful of the questions I ask you. Because I know that you'll be game to answer them, but I don't want to cringe anybody out, right? So I thought that if you do that during a particular pandemic, arrestable offence immediately.
Yeah, you can't be playing people's food, especially when it's scarce. That's crazy.
Why is it going to be scarce?
Because everybody's taking it. But during the lockdown, the shelves were practically empty.
Because of the panic buying.
Yeah, it wasn't just like an abundance, just swanning through the aisles and let me just pick what I want. You kind of at some point, unless you got there early, but if you got there late, you had to take what you could get.
I think I forgot about that. Why was it empty? Is it because...
Panic buying, people just
because we weren't allowed to go out.
You're allowed to go to the supermarket. Remember there was queues outside the supermarket?
Yeah, no. When it was obviously no,
One in, one out. Yeah. No, because even in lockdown, in full lockdown, you was allowed to go to the supermarket because you need provisions.
Yeah,
you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And then obviously it was crazy, and people got in there first, took all the bottled water, took all the toilet paper because that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
Then they took all the tinned goods.
Yeah, but the bagels
was fine, I think. I went in there one time looking for like just all different types of livestock and that, and the shelves were just empty. Like there was just nothing there. Even the pork was gone, and I'm in a heavily Muslim area. You know what I'm trying to say? I was thinking, boy, needs must. You get what I'm saying?
So it wasn't people from outside the area coming in to buy the pork. It was the Muslims.
I'm just saying. I don't know, innit?
I don't want to believe that.
I'm just saying, needs must. You get me? It was a tough time those times, but
I've never seen a Muslim eat pork. I've never seen a Rasta man eat pork.
I've seen a Rasta man eat pork. I've watched a Rasta man eat pork.
Did he enjoy it?
I watched a Rasta man eat pork.
Was he a proper Rasta man?
He was a proper Ras.
Did he just have dreads?
He didn't just have dreads. He was a Jamaican Ras man. But he was probably a dread though. But he looked like he was a rat. Like his whole setup is Ras.
No, you can't do that. So
Why?
You just assumed.
No, if you looked at him, you'll say there's a Naya Bingi man, like proper. He's a Ras yard man.
Say? A Naya Bingi.
You know about Naya Bingi and him, man.
I'm not Jamaican. I'm not a historian like you either.
Come on, man, it's the Rastafari.
Naya Bingi. That sounds so wonderful.
Ask Daryl Blake when you see him.
No, I trust you. I just want to know more about this.
Roots, reality, and culture, man.
Naya Bingi. Naya Bingi.
Didn't you see them screaming all that stuff when they're sitting around a circle in
I love when you just pop one of these things out for me to learn, man.
Didn't you see when they were sitting in a circle, Bob Marley and thing, and the Wailers, when they were sitting in a circle, bunning the weed and thing in the Bob movie? That's all them Naya Bingi practices.
I'm not from a Jamaican household, so I never grew up with this particular vernacular.
Okay then, Rastafari, man. Ja.
Love it. And the roots. This looks like East Africa.
I'm not sure what country that would. Well, actually, that man there is where's Thingy from? Ethiopia, innit? Selassie. Yeah, so there you go.
Amazing. All right, a little cultural education. Yeah.
On,
so
man.
Sorry, what were you saying? Yeah, you
I can't
saw
remember
him
you from
yamming the pork.
Yes. He we was incarcerated and I was serving food, yeah. And then he told me give him some sausages. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, just put it on the plate, yeah. He's like, quick, yeah. So I put it on the plate, yeah. And then the next tray was spaghetti bolognese, innit?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh yeah, like, cover it. So I covered it with the spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
And then he walked off moving like he just had spaghetti bolognese.
Oh man.
And he had swine under there. This is a fact as well. Like I took part in the story. This happened.
Yeah. But when you go to jail, doesn't everything kind of reset? Obligations that aren't really...
No.
The outside world doesn't make any sense anymore.
No.
You're a totally different reality. You could make up your own rules.
No.
Live by your own principles.
So what, you come in jail eat pork? Prison pork's probably the worst kind of pork you can find anyway.
It's not pork then, is it?
Gammon and that, no chance. That's disgusting. That's foul. I'm not eating prison pork. Gammon.
Oh, so you didn't even eat sausages?
And now sausage is different.
I'm not educated in this matter. So what's the...
Like cuts of pork I'm not eating in the jail, like pork chops and that gammon stuff and like just when it's all like just anything get me too raw, but like sausage is like breakfast shit. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's calm.
Yeah. Have you ever seen how it is that they make that stuff?
What, sausage?
Yeah.
Nah, I know it's crap though. I know like it's crap on crap. Like the biggest crap. Probably got eyeballs and hoofs and thing in there as well. Just all the crap, all the non-meat parts, they just scrunch it all up and then just put it in the sausage and just cut through. But it tastes lang though.
Yeah. The worst stuff for your body normally does.
That's about balance, man.
You ever killed an animal before?
Sausage and broccoli. No.
If you were to, which, sorry, it's a very cringe question. Sorry.
If I were to, what animal would I kill?
Sorry, I apologize.
All the ones I consume though. I'd hunt. I'm on hunting.
All right, you eat beef, right?
Yeah.
So you kill a cow.
Yeah.
Can you picture yourself, if I gave you a knife to slit its throat? It's different than going just to his head.
Yeah, but I could do it. That's halal, isn't it? Say
When
a
you
prayer,
drain it.
slit the throat, drain it. It just needs to be done. It just needs must, innit? Because it's not like a it's not like you're just doing it for sake of.
Chicken, you eat chicken.
Yeah.
You would do a chicken's neck.
Yeah.
To feel the life just go in your palm.
I understand the food chain. I'm on top of it. These animals are gonna get killed and dead and thing. I don't like this.
I wonder if
I don't want to kill an animal for no reason. I wouldn't kill an animal that I couldn't eat.
Content. Sorry, stupid.
For content.
Sorry. Because I'm thinking, how could I arrange you go into a...
It's like psychopath farm behavior. Like I wouldn't just go around like and kill foxes and shit.
But you don't eat fox.
Exactly.
No, let me just focus on the stuff that you consume.
Okay, go ahead.
So, chicken, you definitely bring in the neck.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Pig.
Yeah,
it squeals a lot.
Yeah, but what am I doing this with? All knives, you're saying?
Yes, a close contact. Because I don't think you could bring a pig's neck. That's a fat neck.
I don't know if I want to hear a pig squealing like that. But yeah, man. That.
Suppose you're giving earplugs. Sorry.
If as long as you can consume them, I can kill them. However it takes. Gunshot, double tap to the back of the head.
You're not doing a gunshot. Gunshot is such a nice, pleasant way to basically just kill them.
All right, hunter's knife.
Because I saw a question on Twitter. I don't know what it was alluding to. If it is, you can't like grow your crops, kill your food. I'll stop there. I can't remember the rest of it.
Who'd you get that from? Who'd you get that from? Andrew Tate.
Oh crap! It was that rapper who Big Mike. Big Mike.
Okay.
Big Mike. Let me just try and find the tweet.
What do you say if you can't grow your food?
If you can't kill for yourself, if you can't grow your food, if you can't do something on the counter, you're not ready for revolt or something like that.
I was going to say when's the last time he went to go kill his food, but he's American, so I'm not even putting that on past him. He's from down south as well.
He probably has his own farm.
He's from down south as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so he's probably a hunter. He probably killed bear hogs. Bear hogs, just slap them on the grill. They're like them Cajun, man. Crawfish.
I find it so funny, the distinct differences.
What, with the Cajun use?
Cajun what?
The Cajun use?
Yes.
The Louisiana man, right?
Yes.
The white man?
It's different. What?
The white man?
No, just people from that area. Because it's black women that move that. I've watched a lot of
those.
No,
see, the black man just normal. It's the white man.
Talk to me. What are you talking about?
What, them Cajun use?
Go on.
You ain't seen the Cajun use? They do the barbecue, they do the crawfish and that.
About.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the white use though.
Talk to me. What's so stark about them?
They're different. Just their accent and just the flavour and the way they move. They're like, I don't want to say they're like black use or whatever, but they're just different. They're just different. They're cold. You gotta watch them where they're doing the just the seafood balls or the crawfish. You get me? But the black man, it's expected
It's
for the
just
black man
normal
to
to
move
do
like
the-
that. Yeah, because they just
Oh,
got
you
flavor.
mean when they're cooking, they cook the white people cook like they're black? Is that what you're saying?
Just the way they cook, the way they
Where
talk.
do you think they got it from?
Must be black people, I'm guessing. Southern Asia. I don't know the history behind them Cajun man. I saw Gambit in them man. Haitian.
You're right.
Huh?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know what their history is, where they come from, but they got flavor. Them man are different. They're cold. There's a I can't remember his name, but I always come across him. I need to find him. I was gonna follow him just so I could watch him. I just see him talking and cooking crawfish. She's sick.
Yeah, you're right.
Go on.
Because when it is I watch them, they proper give me that. No, I'd get two vibes from that. Either they're mad racist,
Okay, I can see that one.
or they've been around black people a lot. Like it's so polarizing, but it's evident in them. Both of them is evident.
Yeah, they just got more flavor than the average Cajun.
That really brings back like plantation vibes, though. As soon as I hear it, I think plantation vibes all the time. All the time.
You know what it is though? I kind of get where you're coming from, but it's more like the hillbilly redneck man in that side of things. Them one, is there? I always think that they're in close proximity to people of color and culture and stuff like that.
Well, they were, innit? Because they were...
Oh, you said they could still be in close proximity and be racist, innit?
Yes. I got me. Got me, nigga. Oh, my goodness.
Why are people calling me so early for that? They don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand. It's so confusing.
I think I found it, but it's on YouTube.
Go on.
I need to talk over it.
What was we looking for again?
Killer Mike saying something.
Oh, I was going to say.
Stirred. I'm not, because I know I have to say this, because I know our spirit and our emotions get stirred. I'm not against nobody on the panel.
What, can they strike you for this as well?
Yeah.
I thought it was only music.
Nope. Content full stop that belongs to someone else. Unless
I'm not diametrically opposed to anybody.
Transform it
by
I
speeding it
agree
up.
with everything my brother said about revolutionaryism. So let me ask you guys a few questions. We're in the South. We're in the heart of the South right now.
Just speed up when we get to the point.
Who fishes? Who knows how to fish?
Here we go.
Hands down. Who fishes? Who knows how to fish? Hands down. Who knows how to hunt?
Who knows how to hunt?
Let's hands down. Who shoots on a regular basis, meaning once or twice weekly?
All right. Do you know how to fish?
Do I know how to fish?
Yes. You ever fished before?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know how to fish. If you left me with just a rod and thing, I don't know if we're going to catch fish.
Yeah. But I kind of reckon you could learn very, very quickly. You can follow instructions.
Yeah, I follow instructions really good.
Yeah.
So I pick up things fast.
100%. How about hunt?
Hands down. Who shoots on a regular basis, meaning once or twice?
All right.
No. I'm playing. I'm rusty.
That's the bar you went with. Fair point.
Twice weekly. Hands down. Now you see how many hands? Who farms or grows their own food right now?
All right.
And a lot, man.
You ever done it?
If I grew something from scratch, I've planted joints before, tomatoes and that in my garden, mum's yard or something like that. One of them joints. I've planted a joint before. I don't know how successful I was with it. I don't know if I saw it through to the end, but I've planted something before, like a young seed.
When you say joint, are you talking about reefer, or are you saying?
No, tomatoes. A tomato.
All right, go.
Tomato seeds, tomato tree or something. I don't know, plant, however it works. I think I've done one. I don't know if I saw it.
You haven't seen it to fruition.
I don't.
So do you know that you have to put the little sticks and then make sure
wrap
you
the vine around the sticks? Yeah. I heard about that.
Good.
But
all right, good.
Hands down. You ain't ready to oppose nothing. You are as a part of this system as any white person gentrifying in this city. And you can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I've...
So what's he want to do? Live off the grid?
That's claim, right? Because if like there's a civil war and things like pop down and everything, can you actually survive? Can you feed yourself? If all of the means, all the comforts that you become used to gets cut off, removed, would you be able to basically like push on?
Yeah, it'll be hard, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'll survive.
The most valuable vault, I believe, is the vault that holds all the seeds that exist in the world.
Oh, okay.
And the ones that they've looked to make.
That makes sense. If you know how to make fire, you're cool. It's easy to kill. So if you know how to make fire, you can cook. So you can survive.
I thought you were gonna like connect it, make the fire, kill somebody, then barbecue them.
Essentially. That's what I said, because it's easy to cook.
So you did mean that?
Not somebody, something. Not cannibalism.
Yeah, the person's right. I am a cringe individual. So where my mind goes all the time, it's the connected to the dots.
Foxes, rats. As if you can make fire from scratch, you should be fine.
Yeah, I think you would gather up the nerve or the confidence to kill. Hunger will literally turn you into a beast.
Can you make fire?
Me? Yeah.
From scratch?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
No, has it?
No lighter or nothing like that. What,
Yeah.
a flint and thing. And
Yes.
yeah, see, I can't do that.
We haven't tried. Don't say you can't do that. You ain't tried.
Well, as it stands, I definitely can't do it if I haven't tried. I mean, if it's all it's going to take is to prompt me to try and then I can learn, which is fine. But I'm saying I haven't even tried it. So I definitely can't do it right this second.
No, I reckon 100%. If you went out in the backyard right now and I gave you the two... Are you showing me face like that?
I'm thinking it through. Go on. I'm listening to you talk. I'm thinking, how can we do this?
In your head, what do you need to basically cause like a spark?
Flint?
What you can find outside. What's a flint?
Rock.
All right. Okay. And what do you need outside of the two rocks?
Shrubbery or something. Like dried.
Where? Lack of moisture is absent of moisture. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find that outside.
And then
right
what am I, and then what am I doing? Just keep doing it till it catches.
To suggest that you don't know how to.
No, is that what you do?
100%.
So what about with the stick where you got this?
And
you put the stick in the thing and you keep friction.
Friction. Yeah.
Can you do that way? Which way do you do it?
I've never done that before.
Have you done it before?
Yes.
I believe you because you're weird like that.
It's not weird. You just said.
I only got no business making fire. What do you mean it's not weird?
You've never gone like camping?
Me?
That's why I asked. So when you go country, you don't really go country. Sorry. Sorry, the quick question.
I'm on a glamping thing.
Yeah. But I think you'd enjoy like a proper rumble in the bush.
I wouldn't mind being out in nature in the day and like in the thing. It's just nighttime. It's when I go to sleep. It's where the problem is for me.
What do you mean?
Like we could be out in the wilderness all day, and then when I finish playing in the wilderness, then we go to the hotel and sleep. So you get what I'm saying? Like
no, Margs, you can survive in Get Me Out of Here, right? Isn't that what it's called?
It's not that I couldn't survive. I'm a celebrity, get me out of it. It's not that I couldn't survive. It's about what I want to do. It's not about whether I'm capable of or able to do it. That's not about. It's not about that. It's about what I would want to do.
Yeah, I hear about what your comforts would scream for. I hear you, but if it was not a challenge and other men were there squint up to you, saying you lily-livered bullshitter, you're like, okay, let's do it, and your ego will force you to be a man.
I'm not gonna lie. You can't trick me out of my position like that.
Wait, stop. We reframe it, right? You can win money.
Okay, that's different. Because you can't ego trip me into sleeping outside in the cold. Oh, you're not a real man. Oh, you're a buzzio. I'm like, yes.
Have you?
No, I'm
never,
not. I'm not a real man. I'm going to the hotel, you idiots.
Wait. You've slept in jail before?
Yeah.
Are the beds comfortable?
Not particularly.
Have you ever slept on the floor before?
Yeah.
Not in jail, just at home.
Yeah.
Like when you got back from jail, you're like, I can't sleep in comfort anymore. I had to huddle in the corner.
No.
Rations and this, that. Like, you ever did that?
No.
Never PTSD that manner?
No.
All right, go.
But I've slept on the floor before.
All right, and why did you sleep on the floor?
There's probably about no space on the bed or something.
I don't know what you just said. Where my mind's going to that stupid cringe space again. Is this a train thing?
What?
How this scenario where there wasn't any space in the bed, so you slept on the floor. What was happening? Oh, it's a bando.
Maybe. I was like, I don't know.
All right, cool. I was thinking completely different.
What?
Like a group of your fine gentlemen were sharing like an accommodation, right? And you'll have company. And after choo-choo, you'll fall asleep. And there wasn't this bed with the bed, and then the couch was full. Then the floor. So doing the cringe thing again. Sorry. I can't switch this off. It's because you're never fully clear with what you're saying. You just say, I've slept on the floor before because there wasn't space in the bed. Where's my mind supposed to go?
Your mind's allowed to go wherever it wants, but you can't blame us for going there.
I true say it should have gone to the bando first. And don't go on like the art trades running the bando.
No, that's true.
All right, then.
I can't remember what the reason was, but there would have been space on the bed. I've slept on the floor before anyway, that's all I know. Definitely.
Cool. Now, in saying that, it wasn't
Or
comfortable.
slept at someone's house or something.
Okay, it wasn't comfortable, right? Or was it?
Comfortable was a stretch. No, it wasn't comfortable.
Cool.
But
you could do it.
yeah, I can sleep anywhere.
You can sleep in the wilderness, man.
Yeah, but I don't want to get bit by...
All right, so it's the outdoor elements that
I
come
don't-
nighttime you don't want to basically...
I don't like insects. I'm not an insect man.
Nobody likes insects, though.
Yeah, I'm not an insect man. Like, I'm not an insect man.
Yeah.
So me being out in the bush with these things...
So you won't be able to sleep for the fear of what would crawl in and around you?
I'd sleep. I'd get my shit off because you know what I'm like. But I just wouldn't enjoy it.
I'm not talking about enjoyment. I'm just talking about you tick this off your box. You've been able to basically withstand the wilderness.
Yeah, I can do it. Especially if I bring some weed with me as well. I'll be fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll just...
They said you can find weed in the wilderness. It's free, bro.
I'll just buy a spliff and just tap out. I'll be fine, man.
I reckon you'd enjoy that exercise. Like if it's a proper camping, right? You have to make your own accommodation, right? You have to obviously yours would be absolute bollocks, right? You have to hunt your own food, cook your own food.
Have you seen that SAS thing where they got the camps and then like they give you the map and they send you out in the wilderness and you got to get somewhere and you got to avoid the team that's hunting you?
So you'd like that because it's like a warfare involved, right?
I'm fuck with that.
All right, okay.
Them
Cool.
settings there.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
while I'm out in the wilderness.
Yeah, you'd be leader as well, telling people, yep.
Be like, we're setting up camp here.
Yeah.
Lock down the perimeter. Yeah, all of that. If it's like that, I'll do that.
Ah, it'd be so funny if it is that you just bluffing all of that, right? People just listen to it. It was a horrible experience. But I feel as though you will quickly look around the group and see who's been a Boy Scout, who knows this, that, and next. And even if it is that you've got people there who's had experience like camping, but no one's listed them, you're like, all right, cool. You handle that. Like I will handle the control of the people. You just give the information. I relate. There's nobody following me.
You got to go for everybody's skill set and see where their strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah.
You got to be able to delegate, man. It's important.
But it's different being outside under the stars, man. It's different.
Again, this is not like I don't know, like people in America and that doing like warm weather stuff. You get me? Nice, even under the stars camping. It's not too cold and thing.
You know, everyone in America is not like that in the night. I don't know why you're going with that verse.
Because you're gonna find there's warm places you can go camping in America. Trust me. Obviously, you can go.
No,
cold if you
100%.
want.
But
There's more warm places than cold. Everywhere in England is cold. Everywhere in the woods in England is cold. Everywhere in England is cold.
They're more flipping America's a different continent.
Yeah, but there's bare warm places.
Yes, then they also bare cold places, colder than England.
Yes, but because there's an option you can pick, they're gonna go camp in the warm places. There's no options here. Everywhere is cold.
Go on, finish your bar.
I'm just saying, it's meaty to camp over here. If it was in like a different country, if you like Amazon, you go in rainforests and thing, and
so you want to go to sleep in your wife beater,
maybe
so that you can share all of your skin with the insects that like to eat the skin.
So what do you sleep in? Your full clothes?
In England?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Actually, it's cold anyway. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. England's not for me. England's not for me. Yeah, I'd rather do it. I put the insect spray on. I'd rather be warm than cold. Like any day of the week, I'd rather be warm than cold. Even though I heard in the Amazon, like the ground you can't get dry. Do you hear that? In the jungle and that, it can't get dry. That's why it's hard to start fires and stuff like that because it's just wet everywhere. So I don't know if I'd actually like that. That would be a bit uncomfortable. Where would be the ideal settings for me to like camp? Hawaii.
Yeah. You can eat some coconuts. Drink some.
It just seems like paradise.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out anywhere like in the flatlands, Arizona, anywhere too dusty and all that. I don't want to be anywhere too cold, mountain vibes, but like just in the jungle somewhere in Hawaii or something like that. That seems like it could be perfect. Have a little luau. You know what I'm saying?
All right, the floors of the Amazon rainforest. Sorry to just cut you off. I don't know if you wanted me to continue doing the whole Hawaii stuff.
No, I'm thinking the nicest place to Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah. Yeah, you think just living there will be fine and there's be no animals and creatures just enjoying the same environment as you during the night. The floors of the Amazon rainforest are not always wet, but they are often damp or moist due to the region's high humidity, frequent rainfall, and dense vegetation. The Amazon would be a scary place to go camping, though.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want that. They got jaguars and things as well.
They got all sorts of stuff in there. You can find all sorts of animals and noises too. And I hear, no, I'm not go there.
There's a story, I can't remember what the man's called. You need to watch him, man. I need to go and find him and send him to you. And he tells you these stories because he goes into the uncharted places in the Amazons and he goes and he sees these cannibal tribes.
Yes, the indigenous people.
The indigenous people, yeah, that like he could tell like they ain't had no.
They ain't seen no interaction
with no one
at all.
And they kill. Some of them will see you and just kill you.
Just kill you.
Just attack you.
100%, because you're just like a germ, innit?
This guy's sick, and then he got sick over there one time. I need to find this guy because I've seen him on bare things. Has he done Joe Rogan and that as well? I think he has some white brother with like longish hair. Like he's into his stories. They're sick. I don't know why these people will go and do this stuff. I don't understand the name of exploration or whatever it may be, but
are you sure you don't understand why they do it? Because yesterday you said a bar, and I thought you just pulled us out. It's like normal. What were you intimating? How white rich people look to find things to do, and I can't remember what it is that you said. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to trigger your memory right now because I don't know if it is that you retain stuff like that. Those are pearlers. It happens in the moment. If it is that you weren't there, it's hard to believe that you did it. But yeah, that's why I can imagine them doing stuff like that, especially rich ones. Finding purpose, finding a reason to live or to, I don't know.
Going to the edge. This guy's telling this story about where he's going down this river and he's going down this thing, these points. And at this point in his life where he is, yeah, he's like the furthest away from civilization he could possibly be. Like he's alone. Like alone in the middle of nowhere in uncharted territories. There. Like, I can't say I get it. Like, why would you want to be there? Why would you want to go and do those things by yourself as well? At that point, he was alone. It's not even like there's a crew of them that you can share your experiences. It's like 3, 4, 5 of you, like you're kind of true. He's by himself doing this foolishness, going to the point of no return where he could not come back for the sake of what?
Question. Oh my goodness. When you were younger, your earliest memory, was curiosity a big factor in you discovering? Because you like knowledge, you like learning new things, especially historical, right? If you don't see a thirst for discovery in that, then I don't know what to tell you. You're saying his is extreme, right?
There's levels.
But you just changed the environment.
No, but there's levels. So with anything, then like
Let me put some questions to you.
the extremeness of anything is too much.
If I told you that I'm going to organize an excursion to the edge of the world, you know, where some people think that it just stops, and some people say that just beyond that is like a big wall, would you go? Everything's comfort galore. Car to the airport, right? I'm even giving you the stuff you need to be the warmest ever. You're not going to feel the cold. Food is there, chef there. And the chef is there giving you everything that you need for the entire journey. There's even Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but see, then you're making it too easy because you're giving me a level of comfort that making that decision
100%. I'm talking about you trying to go to the edge to find out what's beyond there.
On a curiosity thing, I hear you, but the parameters that you've given me are too easy for me to make that decision.
I'm telling you that the guy, he doesn't even need that element of make it comfortable for me. He's just interested in the things that nobody has done before. You're always saying, yeah, I like variety. How do you know you like variety? Because you have to basically discover all these different things, right?
Yeah, but with anything, there's levels. So extremism in any
it's not
form.
In you.
Extremism.
Can I pluck an extreme thing from you? I can.
I'm an extremist.
You are an extremist. You live in the extremes. That is your brand. That is your brand. Can you imagine you're coming here and somebody pulls out in front of you? You're reaching for your bag of pennies. That's not normal, you know. That is not normal. And you go like it is. It's not. And you've lived in extreme so long that you're now saying, I'm not even extreme. That's how normal it is for you. So don't tell me that what he's doing is cuckoo. No.
I don't know, but when you hear the stories, when you hear him recount his experience, yeah.
I don't know why I'm trying to gaslight you. What he's done is really, really wild. 100%. Nobody there. If it is that like he goes missing. But I don't know if it is that he's moving like people rely on him anyway.
I hear you. No, each to their own. And I suppose somebody's got to explore because we don't know what we don't know. Somebody's got to find out. But I'm just saying.
But you're not going to be you.
Like, those kind of things would be good to watch from, like, if you use a fly on the wall. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That if you know that you're not involved, but just to see. Like,
you go.
You go. Like,
watch from the German.
Live stream it. I'm gonna. You know what I'm saying? You stream it. I'm gonna be hooked on this stream. But I don't want to be there though. I don't want to experience none of that. I don't want to do that.
What I don't understand, and it doesn't even need to go to some remote place in the rainforest, is those ghost hunters. When they go into houses that are screaming, there's only darkness here. There's only evil. I don't understand it. Don't. Whatsoever.
You can get me to do that. Like walk through one of them haunted houses things. You get me to do that.
Because you don't even believe in duppies. You have to get everything to pantomime.
Because there's only so much. Because Duppy know who from friend.
Can you imagine?
Duppy know who from Friday, man. I feel like I'll be fine. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, essentially, like, what are they gonna do? I'll be cool. So I can do that. I don't believe enough to get.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't believe.
You ain't afraid of no ghosts.
You feel me? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Yeah, no, I'll be straight. But
I ain't going into no witches coven. I ain't going into no Wiccan like lair. I ain't doing none of that because I know that stuff is real. I'm not doing none of that stuff. Obviously, some people say, but you're protected. Yeah.
I'll do that first before go link them indigenous, man. Well, did you see that clip that was going around when the producer and the man was talking about, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna eat him. But he's talking in a different language on the beach. On a different language.
Yeah. And he turns to me, he's like, what's that? He's like,
I was like, what are you saying? I'd rather go link the witches in the covers any day of the week than go and butt them, man.
Are you the type of guy, Max, who would hear that this man is a cannibal, right? And you will watch him in his eyes and you can see that he's eaten man before, right? Mm. Would you sit down and reason with him? Like you believe him?
Yeah. Just because you eat people, what's that got to do with me?
All right. What? Like, wait. Stop.
You can't eat me. Just like saying, I know we punch people
up.
No,
let me rephrase it. So basically, he is known to be like a bipolar cannibal.
Like he's a madman.
Yes. So, yes, he's agreed to an interview because he was promised, I don't know, like window food, like just a peek, right? But when you come true, he's like, oh, I like that one.
But that's what I don't have nothing. He can like what he wants. Is he like a physical specimen? Is he like Mike Tyson? Because then I have to, like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Because if you just a normal cannibal, it doesn't matter what you like. I'll punch you up. Like, no one cares what you like. Like, it doesn't matter that you're a cannibal because you can't just consume, man.
Do you feel that you're invincible?
Sometimes.
Oh, gosh.
But I'm saying, if you're skilled, I need learned men to bother me. Like, so like, if like I say, if it was Mike Tyson, then I got a calculated decision to make. I'm saying like, yo, this is not. Right. You get what I'm trying to say? That.
So before you step into the scene, right? Before you step on the set, and you're looking him up and down, you're thinking, nah, if he's wild up there, and if at any point in time I've been briefed, like, don't make any sudden movements, don't look him in the eye.
Yeah.
Because once you start doing that, he's like, you're challenging me.
As long as I look at him and I know that I can mash him up, I'll be fine.
Yeah?
You get me?
Yeah.
Or at least I think.
Yeah, this is it, because
I think I can mash him up.
I think you say that all the time anyway. Doesn't matter who's like opposite you. Yeah. You would swear that you'd mash them up. I think that's just how your tongue works. And I'm just trying to go into trouble before, but I don't think it's gonna stop. Do you think that's how your son's gonna be?
Probably. I'm gonna make sure.
Because he's already doing it, like just watching you and saying F off, right?
No, I don't swear. I'll punch him up. But yeah, he thinks he's bad. But I need to train. If I train him, then it's cool. Because like I said, the only people I'm worried about are trained professionals. Like if you are one of them Thai bohos, if you've been taught techniques by someone and you know how to use them and you're good at what you do, that's the only reason I've got to be worried. You're just a normal human being. You're worried about nobody. You're right. I think I'll punch up everyone. I don't care about nobody.
Does that stand you in better stead than you being realistic?
That is realistic.
In life.
That is realistic to me. Unless you've been taught the dark arts, yeah. Unless you've been taught martial arts, yeah. Unless you're well versed in hand-to-hand combat, yeah. I do not need to worry about you. It's
not being steeped in realism. You basically saying it doesn't matter who's opposite me, I will basically punch up any man. That's not realism.
It's not any man. If you're not trained in hand-to-hand combat, if you're not well versed in hand-to-hand combat, I fancy my chances with most people.
So let's just say you don't know that Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson, and you just see a man like Mike Tyson, you're gonna think you're gonna punch him up, right?
Yeah, but has he been taught like Mike Tyson?
You don't know that. He's just got the build and the stature.
But what I know is irrelevant. Has he?
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not steeped in realism because you having all the information as you're walking along the street is not real. When that's it is that you're approached by a man, or
you can't just look at someone and be intimidated by them. It doesn't matter what they look like.
You see how you framed it, being intimidated by them. I am saying you opening your mouth and saying, "I'll punch you up."
Yeah.
And you just looked at this guy, because there are some guys who look like they have gym muscle. Like,
I see the point you're making. You can't just assume, because there's guys who look very understated that are.
I know, but you're saying if you don't know that he has MMA training, this, that, and the next, I'll punch any man up and believe it. I'm saying that's not steeped in realism. That's just Marxism.
I don't know, because I feel like we're saying two different things. I feel like you're missing the point. It's not
Go
about...
on. Maybe I am missing the point. Go on.
Because obviously I can think what I want. You know what I'm trying to say? So it doesn't matter about what I don't know. I can think what I want. It doesn't matter whether I know he's trained or whether he's not trained. That's not the point. You get me? Obviously, I could think someone's not trained, and they be trained, and then I can get in trouble, which is the point that you're making, which is fine. But I don't know about... It's not about judgment or assuming this person's done something. I'm just talking about the facts. If they're trained...
Yes.
It's a problem.
I hear that. Let's put that aside.
Okay.
Have you ever, and I want to get back to the main point I want to ask, because it has to do with your child, right? Your son. God bless him. So if you put it aside, and have you ever seen a man and said, how that man looks built? No, not even trying it. I'm not even looking to basically try to be cheeky. I'll just keep my wit to myself. I'll keep my mouth closed and just mind my business.
Just from
by looking at him.
I don't bother people anyway.
No. Let's not move on to that.
I'm not taking no talk from no one. Just from how they look.
100%. But let's say he's not even talking to you. Let's just say you've squared him up and then both your crews are now looking to squabble, and you don't need to squabble, and one of your crew members is agitating. Like, he's an agitator looking to, and you're like, I've seen the man, and it might be a long day. Have you ever been able to assess that by just the man's physique?
Yeah, but I'm ready to have the long day, though. You can't just be big and get away with nonsense.
No, the thing is, it's your people that's looking to cause the nonsense. Unneeded, unnecessary.
Yeah, but that's what I say. I don't like to bother people and start trouble. So if they're trying to start trouble, I could be on the mindset of like, why? Let's not do this. Because I'm a sensible person.
Let me get back to the point I was making, because this is absolutely, utterly just unneeded.
Right, got it.
100%. Having your son have a delusional or a confident, overconfident, depending on how it is that you want to frame it, look on life, is that beneficial or is it a hindrance?
Beneficial.
Why?
It'd be like me.
Would it not mean that he doesn't weigh up the proper risks in a given scenario?
No, because I don't know why you're packaging it like that. You can't, because
we know scenarios like that.
You can't look at someone, yeah, until they do certain things, telltale signs, giveaways, yeah. But you can't just look at someone walking down the street and tell whether they're expert in a certain field or not, whether they're trained or not. So that's neither here nor there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That
the thought that you will mash up anybody unless you know whether they have combat training or not, that's reality, right? You approaching strangers in life is a real thing. You're not going to know their combat history.
Yeah, I know. You find out after the fact.
Yes.
Okay, go on then.
So my question is, you could be going into a whole MMA ring, but because your brain is saying, I want to mash up anybody, you're not even risk assessing the scenario.
Yeah, but how are you going to tell that this guy's got MMA training? You have to find out after the fact. You have to get mashed up and find out after the fact.
Yeah, I think I am miscommunicating to you, because how I'm moving, I'm saying my brain would be like, anybody could be in there that has MMA. So let me not look to go in wild and thinking I'm going to mash up anybody, because I won't have my defenses up thinking I could just brush over anybody.
No, man, it's not like just brush over anybody, but I'm saying you got to be prepared. You got to be on smoke. You got to be prepared to get into it with anyone, innit? And then I'll find out after the fact. So I'll get into it with you, and after the fact, it will be like...
Can you remember your first proper squabble?
He had some techniques.
Can you remember your first proper squabble? Because you would say that you learned how to box or hold your own without any training, right? As in professional training.
Yeah.
And you feel that you're a good scrapper, right?
Yeah, I can fight. Because we used to get the boxing gloves and fight in my garden all the time and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, we used to fight and practice play fighting and boxing and MMA and all that kind of things. So man, go out fighting and stuff all the time.
You used to do MMA when it is that you were young? It was called different, just squabbling.
No, like just like UFC stuff and that, like teenager. Like
you were watching UFC when you were young?
Teenager. It's not too young.
How old?
19.
And there was UFC about that?
Yeah, I've been watching UFC from Gold Cup days and that from a long time. I've been watching UFC for years.
Cool.
From before it was like popularized and that.
Okay, good. When did you stop watching wrestling serious and start watching UFC?
I stopped watching wrestling when it got rubbish. When it went to like the PG era. Wrestling's like EastEnders for me. I watch wrestling now because it's gone good again.
I believe you. It's
gone good again. Final Boss, The Rock brought me back.
Yeah.
But I stopped watching it when it was what year would I have probably stopped watching wrestling? 2002, free and stuff like that, maybe.
Mm.
And then, just go out of that crap.
Yeah. No, you're calling it crap. That's nice.
No, you know what I mean. It's still.
Yeah. I have a article. Just going back on topic for a second before we get into the headlines. Can you remember when you were talking about this young lady?
I've never spoke about this woman in my life.
Yeah, we did, but the picture wasn't up, so you may not know.
Oh, this is Miss Nigeria, Miss South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay then.
So basically, she's been invited to participate in the Miss Universe Nigeria competition, and she's accepted. First thoughts, please. I wish the man was here, but he's not. So it's you. Because you were in the room whilst all this hubbub was happening.
I don't actually know.
You don't know what to think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how
What's
I feel.
swirling around your head?
So what was the outrage that they were saying she wasn't really Nigerian? Was she leading the outrage?
Well,
how did she feel about this?
She didn't want to be. Well, she had to leave because she chose to leave because she feared for her family's safety. Because her mother, I think, is from Mozambique, and her father from Nigeria, right? And apparently, the government got involved, and they claimed that the mother may have forged ID papers to get in the country.
So they're saying that because her mum's illegal, she's illegal.
Yeah, but I think mostly they were vexed because she was Nigerian, innit? I think that's where a lot of the...
Yeah, but if they kicked her out of the competition and thing.
She left because she feared for their safety.
Well, then if Nigeria won her, then go with the love, isn't it? I swear that's what we say on this show.
But she was saying that she was South African.
Huh?
She was saying that she was South African.
She can still be South African.
Oh, she could be both, you said?
Yeah, she can still, it's just a pageant, innit? She can go do Miss Nigeria, Miss Universe Nigeria. Yeah, why not? Especially the South Africans were chatting shit. They didn't want her anyway.
Now some of the South Africans are saying they're cheering her on to say, hopefully a South African wins Miss Nigeria.
No, they're not doing that.
That's what they said.
They're not doing that.
Because
they're lying.
They're on bad stuff.
They're
on
lying.
bad stuff. They're on bad stuff.
You're lying. They're not.
Because
doing
if
that.
it is you were claiming she was South Africa all the time, let's keep that same energy now.
You're lying. They're not doing that.
Let's keep that same energy.
Yeah, she should go where the love is. Fuck it. She should go where the love is, man.
And Iman should be fine with this, right?
Do you think he'd have a problem with this?
Do you think he'd have a problem with this? Do you think he'd be like, nah, she's not Nigerian?
I don't know, because I don't know who's what nowadays.
She didn't stand on business. She didn't stand on principles.
I don't know who's what nowadays. Who's Nigerian? Who's South African? Who's British? I don't know who's what nowadays. I don't know how it actually works. You get me? Depending on what stance you want to take with this stuff, but then you want to take the opposite stance when it's over here and talk about, oh, that don't count. It's not the same thing. And all that. And it's like, I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's true. You get me? So I don't know who's what. So I'm saying she should go where her love is. Wherever they want her, wherever pageant wants her, she should go. She could go to Miss Universe Poland.
But Iman would fight for her right to do that if it is that, 3 to 4 generations lived in Poland, right?
Ah, yeah, for real. For real. This is mad. I have to keep an eye on this thing now. Do you reckon she'll win it? They're going to hate on her. She can't win Miss Nigeria.
Who the Nigerians are going to hit her?
Yeah, she can't win it.
Well, the ones who were supporting her, they should still support her. They should be like, well, come back home.
They're going to say we've got proper Nigerians in the...
So the argument starts again.
Yeah.
I want to see what Iman says about this. Because she just boldly accepted it. Just boldly accepted it.
Yeah, I think she got to go with the lovers. I'll be so real with you. You know that's our motto right here.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. All right, let's get into headlines.
Come on. Our first headline is about the World Health Organization has declared monkeypox outbreak in parts of Africa a public health emergency of international concern. The highly contagious disease, formerly known as monkeypox. Oh, that's what I just called it. Oh, mpox. Formerly known as monkeypox, has killed at least 450 people during an initial outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It has now spread across parts of Central and East Africa, and scientists are concerned about how fast the new variant of the disease is spreading and its high fatality rate. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom said the potential for further spreading within Africa and beyond is very worrying. A coordinated international response is essential to stop the outbreak and save lives, he said. Mpox is transmitted through close contact, such as sex, skin-to-skin contact, and talking or breathing close to another person. Talking? It causes flu-like symptoms, skin lesions, and can be fatal with 4 in 100 cases leading to death. That's wild.
Have you seen the the pictures, the images?
What, monkeypox?
Yes. Can you remember?
No.
All right. Trigger warning.
They were saying it was all gay people that was getting in it before.
Trigger warning. I'm going to put up some images of monkeypox sufferers.
Good. That's crazy. They made that in the lab.
Oh man, these people are so wicked. Because that's where my mind goes straight away, you know.
Oh, that's man-made. You just wake up one day and they want to have one fucker over you. All these years, no, they ain't never done it before. Now it's new. Talk about monkeypox. That's man-made. They made that shit.
So if they start putting this on TV screens, you can see how the hysteria is going to be just like drummed up and spread like wildfire.
Surely people will learn their lesson now.
Wait. You think that upon seeing these images, you're not having people calling into their work saying, I am not coming in, I'm working remotely, and you've seen how we can work remotely?
No, I've heard that, but surely people can see what they've done with COVID and not fall for all this scaremongering.
Today, people are still taking vaccinations. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's all.
And today, people are still popping down with COVID. What are you talking about? Now, what are you actually saying, though, Max? What are you actually saying? The people who are COVID sufferers still today, you saying the line?
No, but I'm just saying I wouldn't think I'm going to see a monkeypox case.
What did you just say?
I wouldn't think I'm going to see a monkeypox case.
No. Say it again, differently.
If they came out saying all this stuff and saying that it was over here, I don't think I would see physical examples of monkeypox.
All right, so that WHO guy, I'm not sure if it is, you know, who the WHO guy is. Let me show you what it looks like. And every time something bad happens, it's him that they wheel out to go leave the message. This is the fella. Look.
No, I haven't seen him.
Okay, hold up. Him. You never seen him before?
No, I've never seen him.
All right, so he got wheeled out to make that particular statement. He's saying it's officially like dangerous and it can be a global thing, right? He's officially come out to say that. Big screen. So how you're saying you don't think you're going to see anything? For me, wheeling him out and for him to basically say what he said, guarantee you're going to hear more cases. It's going to be in the news, rampant, wildfire.
Yeah, no, it'll be in the news, it'll be in the media, but it's like what they do when they stock up all this stuff and then it's like all on the internet and they make you think like it's everywhere. But then when you ask people, do you see it in your real life and experience it? They're going to tell you, you're going to say, well, no. I just see that's what it's saying online, that's what it's saying on Facebook and
it's a bit different. This is a little bit different only because they wheeled him out. He's the WHO chief, World Health Organization chief. Do you understand? He's the big boy.
Big dog.
Yes. And the same thing happened with the COVID. He came out and he said this. This is highly contagious and this could spread globally. And you said at the time, yeah, it ain't going to touch these sides. It's only in tropical countries, hot countries. Remember you said that? Or no, you didn't. You probably said that he kills it. Something like that. It's not in hot countries. Something like that. Or in England.
I don't think that's coming over here. Not like that. Not like COVID. And I don't.
And that's just based on your gut.
Yeah, it's not based on no inside knowledge or nothing like that. I'm just telling you. And I'm not. I guess what I'm trying to say, I'm just projecting it. Like I can't. They're not. They can say whatever they want in the media and do all this stuff. Like they can't. You can't gaslight me.
You can't gaslight you.
No. So I'm not saying that people won't get cases and things, but they can't. You can't just scare me into thinking, oh, it's the end of the world, monkeypox, is everywhere, and I'm gonna get it, and that's all right, whatever. Let's lock down again, but I'll be fine. I'm not buying it.
Okay. Fair.
Our next headline is about the Columbia University. Columbia University President Minish Shafiq.
Give me a second. One has asked the question. Have you read about who the passengers on that Brazilian flight might have been? I think they said that were they people who cured cancer? Please remind me if it was that or if it was some other group of people. But whatever it was, they basically like posed Big Pharma, big trouble. And they just got killed all at once on the Brazilian flight. This is a theory. This is what's going around. So it wasn't an accident. Have you seen the footage of that plane just going woo and dropping in Brazil?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I heard the passenger flight dropped out the sky.
Yeah. But apparently he's saying, or he's suggesting, or intimating that that went down on purpose. Somebody put it down because of the people who were on board.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. What did they do?
Some science, something or the other. So I think it was. I might be conflating two things. Some people who had some breakthrough in some thing or the other. I don't know if it's cancer or some next thing, but they all got duppied.
Hating.
Yeah, Vaughn, clear it up for me. Yeah, leading cancer researchers. That's it. I thought I was conflating it.
All right, do some research, man. Let's get into it.
Yeah, not now.
Not now.
All right, go on. Sorry.
What was I talking about?
You were reading the headlines. You finished the first one, which is monkeypox.
The Columbia University President Minish Shafiq has resigned from her position amid a free speech debate over campus protest on the war in Gaza. Mrs. Shafiq's resignation comes only a year after she took the position at the private Ivy League university in New York City, and just a few weeks before the autumn semester is due to begin. Ms. Shafiq is now the third president of an Ivy League university to resign over her handling of Gaza war protests.
Just read the chat. Going for the kill says, nah, Marks, don't lie now. Tell the Newcastle story in the club when the guy said he was going to mash you up if you don't calm your friend down.
They was going to mash up Benos, and then they said they're going to mash me up if I think. There was 3 of them. That's not one-on-one. That's 3 guys, and one of my friends is intoxicated. So there's 4 of them even.
You were stipulating that you would change your mind based on quantity? I thought a bad man is a bad man is a bad man.
I never said I'm a madman.
I didn't say man is a bad man.
Yeah, bad man ain't a fool.
Another t-shirt quotes. You crack me up.
I'm 6'3". There was 4 men there, all bigger than me, and the mute that I'm with's drunk, and they're making threats. Why am I gonna get into that fight?
All this time, it's a one-on-one thing. You think I'm asking you about? Even when I'm saying both your flipping crews are just squared up against each other and about to basically get into it. Yeah, but you're there thinking you're just handling one man. No, but that's numbers. That's not a bad man.
That's numbers on numbers. If it's 10 versus 10, I was outnumbered. That was a totally different situation.
So your realism kicks in when it is there's a few men.
Of course.
Try it. I'm what?
I'm confused.
You need to be confused.
Go on then, let's get into it. I was outnumbered.
I told you I was the only qualified person in the room to talk about racists attacking me.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Nobody has ever done that in this room. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And there were more than 3 of us there.
That's racism.
Does that change the scenario for you?
Of course.
All right, you get brave and you become a man when it's now racist.
What, you think you can't, what, if they was being racist thing, then they're gonna have to mash me up. I'm not taking no chat. I don't take chat from no one.
So you only take chat, make your mind up. Make your mind up.
Racism,
you just said, wait.
Wait there, so 1 second. So 4 racist men can bad me up, is what you're saying.
You're saying you're humbled when there's 3 black men against 1, but 25 white men against 1 black man, and you're going through. That's what you're saying.
What I'm trying to say is,
I love the reverence you have for the black man.
You're prepared to let racist man bad you up.
Who?
That's what you're saying. That's why the numbers will change.
Who are you talking to?
You.
I'm talking about lived experience.
I'm lived experience. I'm boots on the ground. I said I didn't have it. That's different if they're being racist because there's no compromise here, innit? There's nothing to avoid.
So you do compromise when you see a gaggle of black men. Oh.
If I was outnumbered, of course. Self-preservation is the key here.
I love how you're switching this around.
1 second, I don't understand what I thought I was telling you. When we was talking to stuff before, we was talking about one-on-one.
To be honest, you don't need to continue talking. I now know you're like any normal man.
I didn't say I was.
I thought you were superhuman. To be honest,
I didn't say I was any extra. When we were talking before, I thought we was talking about 1 versus 1. You spent around enough time with me to know that when I'm saying these things, people telling me I'm being charged and joking. I'm not joking. I don't have a certain level of respect for people.
You're not even telling the truth. Let me help you out. You're not even telling the truth because there was an actual scenario which somebody like recently apologized for where you were ready to take on the entire group of men. And they were tuned up. So don't move on like you're not a bad man. You're a bad man.
I'm not.
Take it back. You're a bad man. You're a bad man, a bad man. Don't try
You're
that.
conflating things. You're conflating issues.
You're back to superhero. Come on. You're there. All right. No, don't add to it. Don't add to it.
No.
Don't add to it.
You see, what I'm trying to say is, I can't give anybody that level of respect that I could just look at them and think that you could just walk all over me, or you can do this, or I can't do that. Yeah, regarding how big you are, you could be 7 foot, 300 pounds, all these things. It doesn't matter
at all.
I'm prepared to stand up for myself. I'm prepared to get into it with you over anything, anybody. You know what I'm trying to say? The times when you start making decisions, about what's going on is when you're fed with information. Like that time when I was outnumbered, I'm fed with information here. I'm gonna get mashed up. I don't need to. Let me avoid that. Another thing is, this guy's a black belt in judo or
You knew he was a black belt?
taekwondo. Huh?
You knew he was a black belt?
No, but I'm just saying, if you get information, this guy's a amateur, had 40 fights, amateur, undefeated. You get information, it's like, all right, cool, because now that this is not a level playing field, I know I'm not ready for you.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So we don't need to do all this. There's nothing to prove
So
here.
the Newcastle thing, what information did you have? Just numbers.
The information I had that
And immigration.
Venus was practically legless.
Yeah.
And it was late, and I didn't want to get my head bust, and I wouldn't have been able to take on all 4 of them. Yeah. So that's the information.
How did you know you won't be able to take out all 4 of them?
I wouldn't have been able to take on all 4
How'd you know?
of them. Because I was there.
You sized them up?
Yeah.
You see?
It's nothing to do with training. It's
You
just,
see?
It's numbers.
No.
That's just
You
counting.
said you sized them up.
That's just counting.
You can see 4 squibbly macaroni men and think, I can have them. 100%. You're saying no? Then you're not the man, are you?
That's fine. You gotta make calculated decisions.
4 squibbles.
One man can hold this arm, one man can hold this arm. Then everyone just punch you up in your face.
But it's so funny how 4 white men, it's not the same. 8 white men, hey, I can still do it. I'll still do it. Only one of them is really on smoke.
Yeah, no, that was a calculated decision. I didn't think that at that time as well. It was the end of the night as well. I wanted to make it home. That didn't make sense to me. That didn't make no sense to me. So,
Fidad's asking if he reckons he can mash up 3 shots.
what, like together?
Okay.
Oh, there's a question I'm asking. Like,
Okay.
is that individually?
Go on. Do both of them.
Huh?
Do both of them.
Together? No, probably not. Because they're quite big, especially Taser, who's been in the gym. But individually, these men don't fight like that, man. I'll punch them up, man. What's man talking about? These men ain't got no skills. There's no transferable skills.
Bobby L.
Listen, clip it up. Clip it up. Clip it up. I'm telling you now, unless you go MMA, boxing, judo, taekwondo, or any of these things, and if you wrestling, unless you train and do those things, I'm on trying to punch you up. I think I can have a go with you.
That's different now. You're changing it now. You think.
Yeah,
There's no confidence left in your tone anymore.
No, I will try it. I will do it. I'm saying in my mind, I'm on it. I'm on it with anyone. I don't mind. Like I literally don't mind.
I reckon each of them individually can have you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That's fine. You'll have to believe. You'll have to think what you want.
Why are you so confident?
Because
Mag's your height.
Marvin's my height.
He's bigger than you.
A little bit.
And he's been in scrapes. He's both South London and East London.
That's true. But Marvin's not big enough. Marvin's size ain't big enough to make a difference to me. Taser might be because he's strong, but then that means you'd have to be holding and wrestling and throwing each other around is a medium.
I don't know why it is that you're moving like Taser's just gonna bear hug you. Why are you moving like that?
No, I'm saying that's the advantage, isn't it? It's they're man that got that kind of size. They need to be able to hold man. Or
you don't think Taser could move?
It's not about move. If you're that size
he's
and I'm my
cooking
size,
his feet, you know.
If you're that size and I'm my size and you don't hold me, you're gonna hold a tree piece and then you're not even gonna know where I am. You have to grab me.
But it looks like he could take punches though.
Yeah, Taser's solid as well.
Very. He's like a hunter gatherer.
Yeah, Taser's solid. But again, I don't know what he does in his spare time, tie a bow or what. I don't know if he's got any. I don't know, but if he ain't got any techniques, he's in problems. That's what I'm telling, man. If they ain't got techniques, they're in trouble. I got bony knuckles. I bust lips and bruise eyes. I cut people, elbows and stuff. This is what I do. This is it. And I've had enough fights in my lifetime. I've been rushed before. I've had enough fights. I came out pretty well all times. You get me? I'm a bit.
I reckon Taser and Marvel can take you. Not together, but individually.
Not together, they probably would, didn't it?
No, individually, definitely.
I don't know. We'd have to see. That's what I'm trying. And this is my point. I'm trying to say. I don't know what you've seen from them to make you think that. Because in my mind, I don't see it. Unless you show me them training, then I'm not having it. I'm not having it from no one. I don't think. There's no amount of, and size and stuff don't scare me. Like big man like Chisel and them man there and the rest of the like that shit don't scare me. Like that don't bother me. I'll fight anyone. Like none of that bothers me. Again, it's differently. I'm 6'3", bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I can impose myself. Like I don't need all them big swelling muscles coming out your neck to be able to impose yourself on people. Like you know what I'm trying to say? Like so, I'm cool. Like I said, them man there is just. I think it's just problems when they hold you. Say like the tasers and chisels and stuff like that. You see if they're on the fist wrestling physical thing and they want to grab you, then you can be in a problem. You get me? But that's why you just gotta learn how to be elusive.
Yeah.
You get me? You gotta be agile and be able to slip out of that stuff. You get what I'm trying to say? And be able to slip the jab. You get me?
Hey, I'm not convinced. I'm convinced. You gotta beat cheese ups. I see it now. You convinced me, man.
Nah, I don't. Like I said, I think I'll beat up everyone apart from people that train. And then even then, people that train, I only need maybe 1 or 2 sessions to catch up to them.
Just 1 or 2.
Just 1 or 2. You know, just to brush up. On a few techniques, Brent.
He's like, hold up, give me a weekend.
Give me a weekend. I'm just going to do the basic intermediate session as well. I'm going to do the intermediate session. You give me 2 sessions. And I'm going to come back for you, pussy.
Oh, my goodness. All right, cool. Headlines. Back to the headlines.
Oh, you need to concentrate. We ain't even got on the topic of the day yet, bro.
Don't worry, we're quick.
All right, cool. So Miss Shafiq got she had to resign because of Gaza. Our last headline from the first headlines is talking about Hamas unlikely to take part in the new round of Gaza ceasefire talks. So Hamas appears unlikely to participate in the new round of talks on a Gaza ceasefire deal on Thursday, further eroding hopes of an agreement that might stave off expected retaliatory strikes by Iran against Israel for the killing of a Hamas leader in Tehran last month. Most observers already had low expectations of the ceasefire talks, with Israel hardening its position in recent weeks and fears that Hamas, now led by its most hardline faction, would offer new concessions. Iran this week rejected calls by Western powers not to retaliate for the apparent assassination in Tehran of Ismail Haniyeh, the political leader of Hamas, on the 31st of July, just hours after an Israeli strike in Beirut killed a senior commander of Hezbollah. The prospect of imminent Iranian strikes against Israel has raised fears of a wider conflict after more than 10 months of war in Gaza. US and Iranian officials have both suggested significant progress towards a ceasefire in Gaza might bring immediate regional de-escalation. And that is the end of our first headlines. Let's get into what you're saying topic of the day. All right, so this is about, has marriage been weaponized by Christianity or religion in the West? Apparently he's got a link for us to play, Brent.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
Someone just sent in a dilemma just for you, by the way.
They got a dilemma just for me, yeah?
Yeah. They did say if Ramsey and Emmanuel can also chip in, because they are married, but based on the subject and the content, it's not for married men. No, it's not for those married men.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
And Ramsey told me to stop talking about his marriage. So I will abide by that request. All right. There we go. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Okay.
Has been weaponized in Western Christianity. Giving has been weaponized in Western Christianity. Sexuality has been weaponized. For example, any woman listening to this can attest in our culture. Don't be no 30, 35-year-old single black woman and go to the family reunion. All the older women are going to do them. They're going to look at you and wonder, why you not married?
Where your man at? Where your kids at?
Like it's a prerequisite for identity and value. That if you don't have a man, if you don't have kids, that something about you is broken. Do you understand how dysfunctional these messages are?
Yeah.
And how we super spiritualize these messages. Paul said, but marriage is a necessary distraction. I have many friends that were in ministry at church, and the churches told them, if you're going to be in ministry, you can't be single. We're not going to let you work with the youth ministry if you're single. You can't do this. I believe that marriage has been weaponized. You're single. And so what people do, they quickly get married thinking that they're fulfilling God's will for their lives, but they are fulfilling man's dogma. You can be single and be used by God. You can be single and have purpose. Being married is not a prerequisite for God's hand on your life. It is not, but we've weaponized it. And then crucify people, where my camera at?
Right
and
there.
And then crucify people when those same marriages don't.
Damn!
Single. And so what people do, they quickly get married thinking that they're fulfilling God's will for their life.
Okay.
What's they say? Well, I'm not closely involved with the church. Actually, that's a response. Is that a response to the bottom
Yeah,
bit?
it's a response to reading it out.
So what's this? I need someone to talk about these Kirk Franklin interviews because this man is spitting. This is the space that he's in, is one I respect so much, and the conversations are ones I really hope the church and I will be able to have. And someone says, while I'm not closely involved with the church, I gotta say, watching Kirk Franklin's evolution over the years has been refreshing to see. One of the biggest voices in gospel speaking on this is indicative of so much unlearning and healing. I love to see it. Oh, there's more? What did you say?
Kirk Franklin is right. No one listens to a woman if she's single. The church will make your being single at 35 seem like you need deliverance or healing. No day passes that a single woman isn't being dragged on the pulpit subtly Marriage is being weaponized against women. Weaponized against women, but not the men. Men never get the same amount of shaming as women do. Kirk Franklin isn't wrong in what he's saying. People quickly get married because they don't want to live in sin. So if you want to worship God, do it fully. You don't have to be married, but at the same time, you have to live according to God's will. To be honest, that Kirk Franklin video struck a nerve. As you get older, it is very hard when pressures from society are put on you as to what a woman should be based on age. Being married is not a prerequisite for God's hand on your life. I had to watch the whole interview. Kirk Franklin was really talking his shit. Kirk Franklin spitting about marriage culture in Western Christianity was not on any of my bingo cards. Also, Cam Newton being an auntie gives me so much life. All right, what questions do we have?
We have. We've only got one question. Do you agree with Kirk Franklin, yes or no?
So, do you agree?
It also says if you want to get deeper and discuss, there's other points.
Sorry, I apologize. The phone lines are open, and also the Discord stage is primed. So if you want to join in on this conversation, we have no women in the room. It would be lovely to have some feminine voices in the mix. It would be lovely to have some male voices in the mix too. But please join the stage if it is that you want to have a group convo. And if it is that you just want to be solo, dolo, then call the phone. All right. So
they're saying, do you think Christianity or religion anyway co-opted the idea of a lifelong marriage and use it to reinforce gender roles, and as a result start some of the issues we have today, even if it was unintentional?
So do you agree with the clip? He said a few things, but do you agree with the clip in large parts?
Yeah, I suppose they do weaponize marriage.
Yeah.
Hold it against women.
Especially in the church, man. It's crazy how they look to just rush you into marriage, and then you're not prepared for anything, and once it is, it feels, and now look to like demonize you. Crazy.
Society, I told you, anyway, all marriage and relationships, they're just all social constructs. So it makes sense. That's why they weaponized it. It was a weapon from the beginning. A form of control. You get me? To control the masses.
Yeah. I would love to have more churchgoers in here. It would be so amazing. But because there used to be this thing amongst black churches, and a particular church in East London where it was like a conveyor belt. Bring you into youth group, prime you, groom you for marriage. Not that you're ready, but no, you're starting kissing that boy. Nope, get married immediately. Or if it is that you want to join a worship team or this, that, and the next, get married. It's crazy. Absolutely bonkers.
What's the meaning behind it? What's the point of it, pushing marriage?
As in, why did they do it?
Yeah, like, what's the end goal? Is it because it just was righteousness?
So
They wanted
fornication
to live right.
isn't rife, innit?
So people there just ain't living in sin, basically.
Yeah.
So it's a selfless act. There's no.
You see it selfless?
I'm asking you.
No, I don't see it selfless.
It is. They're trying to save people from living in sin. When I'm saying
that's how you see it.
I'm
Selfless.
asking you.
I wanted to know what you mean by selfless.
Because I'm asking you, what is the point of it? Like, say we're just saying like Christianity, religion, or they're weaponizing it or whatever. But it's like, to what end, innit? Like, what's the point in it? So if you're saying it is a selfless act, if the point is they're saying they're saving people.
At one point, it felt like a cult. It felt like
they're stopping people from living in sin, right? So it's a good act.
That's what they would say. That's what they would say, right? But it was more so, we want our church to be the purest and abide by the most strictest take.
So it's all perception. So it's for clout.
I believe that a lot of it was perception. It's about that church being the most righteous. That was my experience anyway.
How come they didn't get you? Then why are you married?
As in, because I wasn't kissing up girls in church. I wasn't fraternizing with women like that. I wasn't looking to join no prayer team, choir, youth group. I say youth group, I'm talking about cell group.
You're not a Bible study kind of man.
No.
You seem like a Bible study man.
No, I don't. Oh, in fact,
yes, you do.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
talk to me. What do they look like and sound like that you're saying that?
Just like you. You look like a Bible study man.
No, what do you mean? Like, I think I hear you, but I want to know what you're seeing. The vibes that I'm giving off, because other people would say that I'm primed for hell. Do you understand? So I want to know what what you see it.
You look like you had a period in life where you was in church every Wednesday to read your Bible.
Because I was forced to, or I chose to?
Chose.
And tell me why I give off that. Obviously, I'm never on camera, so you have the benefit that they don't. So preach.
It's just a very righteous man.
When you say righteous, what do you
Pious.
mean? Because again, depending on who you talk to, I'm the most wicked person out there. So when you say righteous, when I say wicked, I'm talking about they would think I pelt a stone and put my hand behind my back.
No one thinks that of you.
Serious. I love that.
No one thinks that of you.
Keep preaching that. They're preaching.
No, this perception that you're trying to...
No. Look, please understand this line of question is not for me to be glorifying myself, romanticizing any sort of wickedness that anybody's accused me of. No. I want to know your perception, sir.
You're a good G, innit?
What does that mean? Because you said I look like a guy that will be in church Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I never said that. I just said
I'm doing outreach.
Outreach.
In Stratford?
Definitely outreach. You're an outreach man. Definitely outreach, because you care.
And that's how you've basically framed it. Because I care. Not because I look a particular way.
No, you don't have to look a certain way.
It's just the character I give off.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. So you're saying my fruits are being seen. All right then.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't do with your look or nothing like that. Just how you are, innit?
All right, cool. I like the fact that you're saying guess disciplined enough in the right side of I guess what society's morality lever, right? And I don't mind you thinking that. Why would I anyway? So back. You asked me why I didn't get married.
Yeah.
Young. Because I wasn't kissing up no girls in the thing. I wasn't interested in kissing up no girls in the thing. And my parents was like, you ain't getting married until it is your way to get married. I couldn't just bring girls home and say, hey, mom, daddy, I like this person. I remember one time I brought a Jewish girl home. I didn't bring her home, by the way. I didn't bring her home. She followed me. It was library just up the road. Right? And I happened to just talk to her in the library. And she followed me home. And she knocked on the door. Is Brent in? My head was hot.
Why? She's just looking for you.
Because it's a white Jewish girl at the front door. Said, is Brent home? What kind of questions do you think they would have asked her?
Did you know what they asked her?
No. I was upstairs in the balcony.
Did you go out to her?
Did I? Yeah, I did. I had to.
Oh,
Daddy called me downstairs and then said, somebody's asking for you.
So, but would you like to go out to play with her, or do you have to tell her that, oh no, don't come back here again, go away?
When you say play, it sounds like you're suggesting like primary school days.
How old was this?
I was in college.
Okay,
so I had my wits with me. I had my whole wits with me.
Definitely didn't go out to play then.
Nope.
Okay. So what does she want?
She wanted to see if I think she wanted to see if she didn't have my number. I was like, okay, but you've come to now knock on my door. You followed me here, right? Now you know where I live and you've knocked on the door. I don't know how it is in your Jewish household, but it's not what black people do. I didn't say all of that because obviously at the time I'm embarrassed.
Did you, when you was interacting with her in the library, was it a pleasant conversation?
Oh, definitely.
So then why would it be up? She didn't have your number. She's trying to...
She's a white girl.
So if it was a black girl, it would have been cool.
I don't think it would have. There would still be questions, but it would be we less hostility. I've just showed everybody from day one I've been open-minded. Right? I'm not one of those blacks like Christy. I told myself I wouldn't stop doing that. Sorry. Woo.
Was it a platonic thing because it's just an interesting conversation, or do you think?
Yeah.
So she just wanted like friendly,
She wanted more.
So it wasn't platonic.
No. What?
From her point of view.
There you go. She was interested.
Oh, she was feeling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have the effect on like white girls, isn't it? They know they can't have me. They can't have me. I have lovely conversations with them, but that's where it stops. I like interesting people, especially people who are not like me.
So why can't you can build and cultivate those relationships? They don't have to be.
Not back then.
They don't have to be romantic.
Not back then. And you see, what I don't like doing is building and cultivating a relationship where they're getting so much and I know they're getting so much and I cannot give them what they want. It's just, it's torturing them. I can't do that.
It's torturing them, but they're kind of getting what they want out of the situation as well. Like they might not be torturing. You might perceive it as torturing them, but they might be happy with.
But it comes
the
to
crumbs.
a head. It comes to a head where they're not, and they ask for more, and then there's that conversation, the stupid conversation, and I only have myself to blame. So I make the conscious decision not to do that kind of stuff.
So you can't have platonic friendships. With
I
females.
can, but I can't even say I can have it with like undesirable women because again they only need a whisper, a whisper to fall in love, you know. But no.
Yeah, because this ain't about race, is it?
What isn't about race? The question?
No, you have been having struggled to build relationships with women because they want.
I don't have
things from
trouble
you.
building relationships with women. Why Why? Wait.
Building
Is that
platonic.
how you've taken what I've said?
Building platonic relationships with women because they want more from you.
I have platonic relationships currently.
But I'm saying you struggle to build them with women.
I have the ones that are
because
successful.
You don't want to lead
The
them
ones
on.
that are successful are the ones where, like, we treat each other like brother and sister, and we make that distinction very clear. That's where it's successful, and they know full well. They'll be talking no silly talk in my ear after we've ascertained this is brother and sister thing. You understand? I could be like, ugh, I ain't incest. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means. I don't even know how you get to brother and sister thing. I don't even know how you do
I
it.
have healthy platonic relationships with women.
Yes, but
They just
you said they get to the point where they start saying stupid things and having the stupid conversations.
no,
you
I
don't
don't
like.
let it get to that point.
How do you control this? That's why I'm saying you struggle
I'm
to build
mindful of
relationships.
how I talk to them.
Mm.
Like me and Christy, brother sister.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever gonna happen. Even though in a different parallel world, Christy will be my spec.
So Christy wants you, you're saying, but you're.
I did not say that. I said in a parallel world, Christy would be my spec. What are you trying to find?
I'm trying to.
There's nothing deeper.
Huh?
There's nothing deeper in there.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. You can't say that because you're saying in a parallel world, Christy will be your spec. You get me?
I'm
So
saying the same with Gina.
that means, yeah, so even Christy or Gina, that means they're your spec. So if they try to take the relationship different, you wouldn't have that problem that you're having because they're your spec. Like with the Jewish girl, with the other girls that the undesirables that you're not feeling them. That's why the conversation's a problem. But if they're your spec, that wouldn't be a conversation. It's just a normal conversation to have. You just go through it and see if you can develop the relationship. Do you get what I mean?
No. I'm not being purposely obtuse. I don't know what you mean. There's no angle here.
I'm saying that
Go
was
on,
a bad.
Try it. Try it. Go on.
That was a bad example because you're saying in a parallel universe should be your spec. What we was talking about before, the rub is you're building these relationships and they start trying to want more from you, but you're not into them like that, or they're not, like you're saying, it's the undesirables. You're not feeling them. That's where the problem comes from, innit? Because they're trying to do too much and it's not even going there.
Oh,
so I'm saying
this is
them
my
examples,
mistake. This is my
them
mistake.
examples are not good.
This is my mistake because whatever I said, you're thinking if a desirable comes to me, then I'll just run with it, right?
Why not?
That's my mistake.
Oh.
I should have said at this point in time, my focus is Jesus Christ. I ain't got no bad way for anything other than Jesus Christ.
Okay, so
Jesus
no one can't have you right now.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Because, like I said, on any given day, Christy's my thing.
Where is Christy? She in the chat? Let me see.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because she's in the chat.
How's she responding to this?
Can you focus, please? We have something to, we have a show to produce.
I want to see what Christy's saying.
Back to cook. Yeah, the church, they used to be very, very oppressive when it came to the getting young people to get married before time, before they were ready. I not just young people, like anybody. They were like, once it is your hair, once it is your interest in companionship, look to get married. Yeah, they had certain courses and whatnot. You had to attend them, and are you ready for marriage and this, that, and next, especially in ECC. I guess out of the churches I've been to, they tried to basically pave the way properly, but you ain't supposed to be pushing no young people into marriage like that because you're afraid that they're going to be
If there's no
like having sex outside of marriage.
if there's no conspiracy, then all they're doing is a positive thing. Like I told you, it's a selfless act. They're trying to stop people from living in sin. They're trying to save people so they can be good in the afterlife.
Ready is ready is ready.
Yeah, but you're saying it like they're doing untoward stuff, or
No,
like.
but it's more damaging if it is that you look to basically force that particular edict and you're not ready. It's more damaging because then you would have a stroke on that person's belt saying, yeah, divorced, because they weren't ready. The challenges that a wedding would pose.
Divorce
you're
ain't
not ready
the
for it.
shame it used to be. This ain't the 1930s.
I'm talking about back in the day. You're now saying that it's not a shame right now.
Yeah.
I hear that. I don't think that. I think you can argue that case, but I don't know if you can argue that case within cultural households.
Oh,
I think that's still a thing.
I get what you're saying.
There's still a cage and a vice grip around that particular traditional. No.
I get what you're saying.
That's why I guess Cook he's so like pressed about this because he's seen this, and
Is Kirk married?
I don't know. I'm thinking he is. Let me see. Oh, someone's here. Sorry.
Who what?
Oh, Femster's here
Where?
in the Discord. I didn't know he was.
Oh, still
Good morning.
man.
Good morning.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can
Sorry,
you hear us?
I wanted to join, but I was driving to work. I tried to pull over twice, but I'm running late for a meeting, so I couldn't.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You know what? What you're saying, a lot of. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. A lot of this stuff is, isn't it? It's like churches are more worried about what other people in churches or outsiders think of the church rather than protecting their members, if that makes sense. So I'll give you an example. I've grown up in the church, and I know that there's been a couple of churches that I went to that there was a time where a lot of girls got pregnant at the same time. Do you understand what I mean? Like maybe 4, 5, 6 girls in their teens or early 20s might get pregnant. Now, the church is now
people
thinking,
in the
okay,
church?
yeah, you'll see that it will be, but it's not. You know what? You got to remember, like everyone that goes to church are just normal people. Like you'll see a group of girls that are friends. They'll get pregnant around the same time. I don't know if it's just me making that up, but especially when we were growing up, we would see that like in their late teens, early 20s, like.
Late 90s, that was a thing still.
Yeah. So now the church is now thinking, okay, it's now what the outsiders are thinking about them, or what the other churches are thinking, what people not from the church. So the church people are always held up to a different standard. Do you see what I mean? Like when people say, "Oh, 2 girls in your church got pregnant," oh my days, I'm never going to that church. Do you see what I mean? Or people that are not Christians people that are not Christians will be like, oh, you Christians, you call yourself Christians, and there's girls getting pregnant, there's people having sex in your church, all of that stuff. It's all about perception. And then the church will try and protect themselves by saying, you know what, we prefer our young people to get married early, or they encourage it. Like, obviously, it tips. There has to be a balance. Do you see what I mean? Like, it tips too much in some churches where they control relationships. I've seen churches, and I've heard about churches where as soon as you're dating someone, the senior pastors are involved, or your youth ministers are involved, and stuff like that, where that just goes way over the top. So it's all about protecting what people think of you on the outside, because when you look at churches, like, even not churches, let's say even like someone like Kurt Franklin is speaking, for example, there's been so many of these gospel groups. I don't know if you're familiar with them, Brent, but a lot of these gospel groups that are behind big artists, I'm not going to name them, but I'll name the groups, but I don't know if they're the ones in the controversies. People like, remember when Israel Houghton was involved in a controversy? Remember when Ty Trebet's group, they were involved? There's all these little groups, and they're just normal people. They're just young people who are good at singing, that these guys will get in their groups, and then you'll hear about, fraud. This person was doing this with this person's husband, and this person was ministering someone's wife, and then he started doing so. There's so much of that happens especially in that industry that Kurt Franklin's in, that it's like, where do you strike the balance at the same time?
Is that a question?
No, it's a question.
No, it's a question. I'm just saying, just from the other point of view, like, where I don't know, it's a weird one. I don't know what you guys think.
Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married. I've been married for 10 years.
And you grew up in the church?
Yeah, I grew up in the church.
So how did that affect your decision to get married?
Do you know what? To be fair, I was like in like a lot of youth leadership positions at the time that I got married. I don't think it influenced it in any way, but I think for me, my friends around me influenced it more, where we all kind of got married at the same time, more than the church kind of thing. Do you understand? But it is a bit like, it can influence.
Are all your friends in the church?
Yeah, most of my friends are in the church, not all.
So you're trying to make it a friend thing and not a church thing? Just convenient. We all got married around the same time. But it's nothing to do with the church. It was more because we're brethren. But you're all in the church. Sounds like you got indoctrinated.
You're a joker. No, I've got friends that are Muslims, and like, it's age group thing as well, man. Like, sometimes when your friends are all getting married, it kind of just snowballs. But you do, to be fair, like, to what you're saying, I'm not even going to deny that, because you do see that a lot in the church. You'll see like a summer of a lot of weddings in a particular church. So it might be a mindset thing where you're like, you know what, I don't want to be the one who gets caught slipping, who gets a girl pregnant, and I'm not married, kind of thing. Do you see what I mean? It might have been something that you've grown up. And also, I think when you're from a Nigerian household, you're kind of, some of these things are drilled into you as well. So like, a lot of Nigerian households are church-going households, and it might be the culture of being, you know, Nigerian Yoruba type of thing, in it, where your parents from an early age have got like your life kind of mapped out. Oh, this is what you do, then you do this, then you do that, then you get married, then you have children. That's literally what most Nigerian households are like, to be honest with you, like traditional ones anyway.
Did you find your partner in the church?
I did, actually, yeah, funny enough.
So it's stringently entwined, isn't it? It's all linked. It's all.
You on the right path?
Yeah, it's the right path. It's a good path, because obviously 10 years marriage, you got the right result. But the fact that you went to the church, you're ingrained in the church, you met your partner there, and you got married early, I think it speaks to, maybe it's a positive. It's a positive of that kind of thing. It definitely would influence your decision, I'm guessing. I
wouldn't say that I got married young though, because I was still like 30, something like that. Yeah, so I still had you know what, let me put it like this, yeah. I had done enough. I had experienced enough that I knew that I was ready to settle down. Whereas what you're talking about is where people are being told, oh, like 23, 24 to get married, and they're not ready. That's a different thing where I kind of knew that, oh yeah, I literally had done everything I needed to do. You see what I'm saying? Like there was nothing else out there for me to be doing. Like I've experienced it all, and I found someone that I had to settle down with. Whereas what you're saying and what Kurt Franklin is talking about is where people are being told, you know what, you have to get married because you're in the church and you know you're getting into a relationship. That I think that's a little bit different.
And then also, and also telling people that they ain't shit because they ain't married, especially like the women and stuff from a certain age, saying like you ain't got no man, you're single, you ain't got no kids, you ain't shit.
Yeah, you know what? It's mad, especially for I can imagine like you know what? There's so many young ministers and stuff that get into trouble with women. Like believe it or not, I can't imagine how that must be like for a woman who wants to be in ministry or in leadership in the church. And let's say she's dating now and it doesn't work out and she wants to date someone else. Is she going to date someone else in the church? Do you see what I mean? Whereas for men in the church, they can kind of date someone. It might not work out. If they date another woman in the church, they're not looked at differently. But a woman, how many men in the church can you actually date before? And it naturally like might not work out, but then it's all that stuff, isn't it? Where people just whispering and
pastors and that shouldn't be allowed to chop the parishioners, man. Like all you pastors and that, and like you're chopping that, because these guys are coming to find God and that. You get me? You're up there on the pulpit running the show. They're feeling if they're chopping you, they're getting closer to God. This is what is all. It goes hand in hand. You know what I'm trying to say? Them man shouldn't be allowed to chop the things that go to the church.
You saying giving them permission? They're not allowed to do that.
But they are, because people get in relationships in church all the time. People meet people in church all the time.
Sorry, start again. Run that by me again. What you said initially.
The pastors, the youth pastors and the pastors shouldn't be allowed to chop the parishioners. Yeah. The people that come to the church.
And you're saying that they do it all the time?
Well, it happens. You meet people get meet in church all the time. There's someone that's gone to the church.
What? Wait, stop. You're doing two things again. You said that people meet in church all the time. That's one thing. Yeah. Because this young man met his wife in church.
Was he was a youth pastor? Was she one part of your congregation?
Sorry, you've now signing the title of youth pastor. Forget that.
He said he was a youth pastor.
I didn't know that you were making that example off the back of his experience.
No, I'm not. I'm just talking in general.
Let's go back to general. Let's stay in general. Let's also have Femster as general. Forget about his title, right? You started by saying pastors should not be able to chop their parishioners. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I agree. Yeah. But it sounds as though you're saying they've been given permission to do it. Who gave them permission to do that? Unless they're married to the person, they're supposed to be doing that.
Unless they can start, because I'm saying it don't need to be anything crazy. They could start normal, get married, and be thinging it. That's fine. And they've been married, they're a happy couple, and it's legit. But if you met your wife from her attending the church that you preach at, and that's where you met your wife, the inception of it, the origins of it is wrong.
I don't understand what you're saying. So, and I'm trying to understand. Are you now saying that a pastor should not be able to pluck a potential wife from the flock?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's wrong.
How? Because remember, you've changed your position now. It's changed. Because in the first place, you said pastors should not be able to chop their
That's what I meant. That's how I talk. That's what I meant. I'm not saying that just running around sleeping. Even if he had wholesome intentions to make her the one, that's whatever.
But that's the best place to find a companion who understands your flipping vocation.
No, the people that go there together. So if you're going there looking prayer, she's going there looking prayer, then you are coming together. But the pastor shouldn't be allowed. This pastor shouldn't be allowed to handpick his favorite from the flock. He shouldn't be allowed to do that.
What perks?
Shouldn't be allowed to do that. I'm sorry.
That's the perks,
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mark. So, Mark, what if the pastor goes? Let's say he's invited to another church to preach or something, and he's single, and then someone catches his eye. Is he allowed to approach them? Where is he supposed? Where is he going to?
It's not his church, right?
It's not his church.
Yeah, that's calm. That's calm. Because
the power dynamic is there.
The power dynamic's different, so that's calm. That's just fate. Can't fight fate. You get me? That's the Lord. That's the Lord doing the Lord's work.
All right, then.
Let him work.
Okay.
But you can't be picking from your parishioners, man. I think that's crazy. She's giving you money in that, tithes in that. I'm just saying.
So you're saying the water's polluted?
Yeah,
You can't discern whether she likes you or she is your sheep.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's too much. It's too much. She's coming here every week to watch you stand on top of that pulpit and preach. You get me? Certain times, them words that you're saying are touching her soul. You can't take her and chop her after this.
Wait a minute. So it touches a woman's soul different than a man's? Do you feel like men also are like susceptible to this particular draw from the pastor as he's preaching the same word?
Okay, man.
What the hell?
I'm asking.
What? The thing is, the same message that's hitting the airwaves, right, are hitting every single gender in those seats. You're saying the women are going to be hearing it differently. It's going to affect their physiology a bit differently. They're going to get gingered, but the men aren't.
Men ain't attracted. No, the men aren't.
This is how you're moving.
If it was a female preacher, then the men could be. It's the same thing.
To be honest, I don't know why it is I'm even suggesting that there isn't some sort of power draw.
And there's a power dynamic.
And reverence paid to people on the pulpit. 100% there are.
And that's what I'm speaking to.
Yeah, but you've taken it into a sexual connotation.
Okay. Sorry.
And that I didn't.
There is a power draw, and that also explains why they encourage young pastors, young ministers to get married early, even before becoming a pastor. That kind of, because there's going to be temptation for them, because there's going to be, especially when you get into that power, there is women that will throw themselves, or vice versa, men that will throw themselves at the pastor because they feel that they're attracted to them. But it's what you just said, it's that power dynamic. So it goes back to what Kurt Franklin was saying. Like, that's why some churches do encourage that. Some churches, like I said, do go over the top with it and police it. But that's one of the reasons why, exactly what you just said.
Yeah, he's right. I don't think, what's this? Remember when Miles was fighting for the right to groom these kids in Conch, but now he understands power dynamics. No, I weren't trying to groom kids. I was trying to help kids. Project never helped no one in his life. that's what it is. You know, been through nothing.
Femster, are we keeping you from your meeting?
I'm jumping off now because I'm driving, but
yeah, we're jumping off now too. So
thank you very much for your contribution. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Marriage is wrong. Religion is right. Let's go. Let's get into our next headline. Next headlines. Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee for the 2024 US presidential election, will announce her economic agenda on Friday. Her plan includes tackling high grocery costs by targeting corporations in the food and grocery industry, as well as addressing prescription drugs and housing costs. Harris will draw a contrast with former President Trump on her tax and tariff policies, maintaining Biden's promise not to raise taxes on individuals making $400,000 or less annually. Same values, different visions, said one aide, describing how Harris's economic agenda will compare with that of Joe Biden, who stepped aside as a Democratic presidential candidate last month. She will also focus on supporting small businesses and preventing unfair mergers and acquisitions in the food industry. Next headline, it's about the Met failing in almost all work areas. The Metropolitan Police is failing in almost all its areas of work, the police inspectorate has said. His Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary and Fire and Rescue Services assessed the force's performance across 9 areas. In its report, it's graded the force as requires improvement or inadequate in 7 of the 9, including investigating... what did you do, Brent?
Sorry, just adding the dilemma to the page. Sorry, I didn't know it was gonna mess up the feng shui.
Including investigating and preventing crime. The Met said it was reflecting on a report, but was using every available resource to deliver more trust, less crime, and higher standards. HMICFRS inspected the force for the 23 to 25 period. Its police effectiveness, efficiency, and legitimacy report external said that Met's performance in investigating crime and managing offenders was inadequate, and the force requires improvement in areas including preventing crime, protecting vulnerable people, developing a positive workplace, and leadership. Yeah, we all know that Met was a mess. And then starts headline before we pay some bills. It's a trigger warning as well. Massive night of protest in Kolkata after doctors' rape and murder. So tens of thousands of women in West Bengal, India, protested the rape and murder of a trainee doctor in Kolkata. The protests were sparked by a brutal rape and murder of a 31-year-old female trainee doctor at a state-run hospital. Protesters demanded justice and an end to violence against women, holding placards and chanting slogans. And that is the end of our first headlines. Time to pay some bills, people.
Asking for a friend now.
All right, and then we're going to get to asking for a friend. So, I've got a dilemma from someone who shall not be named, but they're 29.
No, they want to be named now.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
Oh, okay, Marlon. Cool. Big up yourself. Oh, it says, yes, you can say my name.
Yeah.
Oh, who's after it? All right. Hi, guys. I'm Marlon, and I'm from Hackney. Hope you're well. Just a quickie, and hopefully Margs is in to help me with this. But all input would be valid. How do I tell my girl to give better head? Okay. Not gonna lie, I love her and the sex is wicked, but her head is meaty and I want to tell her because sex is very important to me. Also, how do I go about asking her to eat my ass? Who made this? Is not serious stuff. This is too early in the morning for this. This is ChatGPT.
You know, everybody doesn't listen. No, I hope it is you not implying that I made this.
You made this.
I listen carefully. I have never made a dilemma for this show. I definitely know that there are some people who are fans of the show who send in dilemmas. This is my assumption. They have never told me this. Sometimes I've accused them of doing it and they've said, this is not me. Right?
Mm.
But I have never put a dilemma through. Never. And I could show you when it came in. I could show you the time was 8:10. What was happening at 8:10? 8:10. Were you even here at 8:10? So I said it to myself.
Probably.
To be honest, I could have.
You could have.
But yeah, I'm not doing this.
Okay, well, he wants to know.
Let's treat it like it's a real person, please.
Okay.
Because I know I didn't do this. So someone has asked this question.
Okay. He also would like to know, how do I go about asking her to eat my ass? My ex did it and I loved it, but I don't know how to convince my girl now to do it. Please, if Eman or Ramsey can chip in, it would be greatly appreciated, but all would be nice to hear. I respect that. He's saying because they're married men, there's no limitations to the love they make. So they're primed to give him advice.
I reckon Iman doesn't participate in that kind of stuff.
I don't know, man. They made that unity under God. You're allowed. You're given the right to.
I will put my hand up and say I'm a born again Christian. I will definitely do it.
I'm saying once you get into that.
No, I said not get my bum eaten. I'm not interested in that because that's what he's asking. I'm not interested in that at all.
Once you get in that sanctum, you, your wife, and God, there's no holds barred.
Mm.
That's what I heard anyway.
Yeah. The bed is undefiled. That's the bar that you're looking for.
There you go.
Bed is undefiled.
All right then, cool.
Once married.
All right, so let's take this seriously then. Marlon from Hackney and your gal can't give head.
It's very specific, innit? Marlon from Hackney.
It's mad that she's got good pussy, but dead throat. That's tough. That's tough, man. That's yeah, that's tough, man. Good pussy's not hard to come by, but it's important. You need life's about balance. You know what it is as well? Obviously, you just need to do the grown thing and you don't need to have communication. Innit? Yeah?
I don't know. I think communication is always good.
Communication is always good because knowledge is power. Because then you can start to tell her
how to do it, basically.
Not tell her. I think.
Would you be able to tell a girl how to give head properly?
I think you just tell her what you like, innit?
Would you be able to describe it to her?
Yeah, use visual aids. Watch some porn or something.
So you basically say, do what she's doing.
Say, let's try this. Let's try this, baby. Like I said, communication is key. I think you should be able to have a grown conversation about the things that you like sexually and the things that you don't like sexually. You know what I'm trying to say? So your partner should know, shouldn't have to leave it to chance. It shouldn't be guessing. Partner should know what kind of things turn you on, what you enjoy, what you get a buzz out of, what you don't like getting. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Give them as much information as possible.
Yeah, if you're just like, if it's just, I don't know, if you're just casually dating or like a one night stand or something, you're not really going to have that kind of, that time to get into those details. But if you're in a solid relationship and you're not together, you should have conversations about everything, your plans for the future, everything. You should know who each other are, innit?
Yeah.
So it's easy to just let her know what you like. Because if you start letting her know the things that you like and she knows that she's not doing it, then the light bulb should go off in her head like, oh, okay.
It's my assumption that she actually wants to please you. So
yeah.
With as much information you can give to her, it will make her adjust. I don't think that she'll go into like not want to please you. So she'll be thirsty to please you. So give her the information.
Give her the information. Let her know what you like. Let her know what you don't like. All these kind of things. Have the conversations. I don't know. Yeah, maybe if you're not brave enough to do that, maybe try and inject some porn or something into your life so you can watch some stuff and then you can pretend to be wanting to try new things and that looks interesting, babe. Maybe we should try. What do you think about that? How do you feel about this kind of thing? You get me? I think that could work. That's the best way to go about it. I think there's no point going any other route.
Funny thing is, flipped around, there are many women who aren't being pleased properly by their man in that head arena, and they keep quiet.
Many women. Yeah, that's true. But you shouldn't know. If you plan to be there. If you plan to be there and this is where you want to be, what's the point in being quiet for? What's the point in being unsatisfied or being unhappy? You just need to have a conversation. She says sex is important to you. If sex is important to you, how come you ain't spoke about it? If it's that important to you, how come you ain't spoke about it? To know what you like and what you're into. That's a conversation that you should have.
Isn't it also like a mental thing? I know like a percentage of it, well, I don't know. A percentage of it is about her skill set, right? Mm-hmm. But isn't a lot of it also about where your mind is? How you've reframed the actions. You can make yourself like the unskilled practice. No? That's not how it works?
I don't think so. I can't make myself like something that's not good just because I'm mentally telling myself that it's good or that I like the person.
Can you share the information? Like, what is bad head? Like, what do you have to do? This might be one of those stupid cringe questions that people don't like, but look, I'm very
I don't know, because everybody's
that.
different. Some men don't even like neck like that, and everybody likes different things, isn't it? So it's easy. It's like what would be good neck for me? It might be.
I said bad.
What might be bad neck for me might be different.
No, how do you ascertain whether it's bad neck? What does she have to do? Like, oh, nah, you don't know how to do.
Everybody's different. You get me?
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, no. So I'm talking, and I was giving you my answer. So everybody's different. So you can't judge everybody to the same standards because everybody's skill set ain't there in it. So there's certain techniques or certain moves that everybody ain't been able to thing. But I think, on a whole, if I was going to generalize, I think the most that I can put it to is mindset.
I'm not even asking you to generalize. I'm asking you to look back into your catalogue of experiences.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. So
remember at least one instance where you're like, you don't know how to give head. What was she doing that made you feel that way?
This is what I'm trying to say. I've got to generalize. It's got to be your mindset and your attitude towards the neck. Like it
has to be your mindset, yeah? When I just told you just now, you need to reframe your mind. You're like, I can't do that.
No, but what I'm trying to say is because everybody's different. So to say whether it's good or bad, the one thing that I can use, as a marker is their mindset, is their attitude towards neck.
Oh, their mindset.
Yes.
My apologies.
Their mindset.
Your mindset. Go on.
No, not mine. Their mindset towards the attitude towards neck.
If some they girls don't like it, then it translates or
Yeah,
makes you
some
feel
girls
good.
don't jump in head first. You know what I'm trying to say? That too tentative. They're not here for this. They don't want to give you neck. Some girls only give you head just so they can have sex. If that makes sense. Like it's not about like they just want to turn you on, get you hard, so you can. All right, cool. You're hard now. Okay, cool. Let's go. Boom, boom. It just serves a purpose. It's not about that. Some things are not even thinking about that. They're just thinking about you. You get me? It's not to serve a purpose, like to say to serve a function. Like, oh yeah, come, let's go. It's about turning you on, making sure you feel good, making sure you're happy. All these kind of things. It's just two different attitudes towards the same deed. You get me? Can make all the difference. You know what I'm trying to say? So like I said, everybody's got different skill sets and different things, so it's hard to judge what's good and what's bad. But one thing that I could probably say is your attitude towards their attitude. Yeah. The person giving it. You know what
I wonder, Marlon, if this is the issue with
your thing. She might not be on it. Like, neck might not be her thing. She's not really trying to please you. She ain't trying to make a toe curl up and things. She probably just gives you neck just so you can get hard, so you lot can have sex. You get me?
And there it goes back to the full circle communication, because you ain't telling her that this is a prerequisite for you to enjoy the session. Because you said that the sex is great, it's amazing, but this thing is obviously sticking in your brain. So you need to communicate, as Mark said.
Yeah, I think talking is the best way. And then, what is the best way to get her to eat ass? I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know about that one, but a lot of things eat ass nowadays, and a lot of girls go in public forums talk about how they would never do it and they don't do it, but they're lying. They're lying.
I don't know.
No, they're lying.
No, I don't know when people say things like how you say, because if you are citing the same people that you know that do it, and then you've seen them online saying they don't, then I take what you're saying. But I don't know if it is you're doing that, or you are doing that.
I've seen girls, maybe not my ass. You know what I'm trying to say?
They just heard stuff. But men lie.
That's true, but I'm around that. That's why I have to have those certain conversations with a certain caliber of man, because I can't just take things from anybody, because men talk nonsense, men are idiots. But there's a certain caliber of people that I can vouch for. Certain, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Like, they don't have to lie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? So I see people conducting themselves in a certain way in public, and I know you've been eating ass like cupcakes.
But have you seen them actually saying I on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are many instances as to how you're now saying it freely. Yep. It's rife.
It's rife. You'll be surprised. Like I'm trying to say, even with me talking about it, and I haven't checked, but the sentiment in the chat will probably be like, oh no, this or this. It's just like law of averages.
What's the
just
question for the
law
poll?
of averages.
What's the question for the poll I should put up?
Huh?
I'm gonna put a poll up because it's anonymous voting. So what should I put up? What's the question you want to put to them? You just said that there are many in the chat that would be lying, right?
I haven't seen it, but I could imagine that
all right,
they'll
so
be
let's
like,
put a poll up. What's the question?
What's a simple question enough? This is just for the ladies.
Who were you talking about in the first place?
Ladies.
All right, so let's do it.
I don't know. What question you want to ask them? Do they eat ass? That's a good enough. That's a good enough thing. We'll see.
Right. Okay.
Because they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I don't doing this. I'm not doing that," but they do it. They do it. You get me? They be working. So yeah, like it's rife out there. It's a pandemic. You get me? But how do you go about asking a girl to eat your ass? That's crazy as well, because if she ain't on all that and you ask her, she's gonna think you're a nut job. She's gonna think. You directly ask her and that ain't her story, but she's gonna.
Serious. Oh my goodness.
Stress.
Is it?
I think you got. Sorry to cut you. I think you got to watch porn with her, get into the ass eating scene, and then do that. Oh, like, would you ever do that kind of thing?
No, don't frame it like that, because when you start saying it like that,
no,
it's
because
a leading question.
Yeah, when she goes no, I'll be like, yeah, for real, no. Yeah, for real. I was just checking because I think that's nasty.
Oh my goodness.
That's you got to cover your back. You got to ask Like, you get me? You can't be like you're trying to endorse it, because you got to ask, like, you're not on it, like it's on it. Would you do that? Like,
I reckon, just theory here, I reckon that if a man or a woman is just, they present to be clean, they present to be well groomed, looking after themselves at all times, and now when it is that they're in that intimate embrace, I think anything is on the table, especially when it is that you have that connection with them. Anything's on the table. And it's not a case where you need to be asking them. And obviously, the precursor, one would think, you're talking this and next. The topic would kind of veer into that particular territory where you can find out whether they're on it or not without having to basically this, that, and X.
Yeah.
But once you keep yourself like presentable, like you care about your hygiene, like in a proper way, then I believe theoretically everything's on the table.
Yeah, maybe. It depends if she's game or not. When you go to broach the question, make sure you just got out the shower. You get me? These things help the little like subliminal, subconscious triggers. You get me? Then they're not going to think about it at the forefront of the mind, but in the back of the mind, she's thinking, oh yeah, but at least I know he's clean. He just came out of the shower. You get me?
Yeah, but
scrubbed.
Mags, I don't know if like many men actually understand how to actually wash their bum properly, because they're like, nah, that's gay doing that particular thing. That cavity should not be entered. I can even ask you the question now, but I'm not going to, because people don't like me asking cringe questions. But a lot of your type of men, I don't know if it is that they are ready for that type of activity. Sorry. I don't know. And that's why certain women look very, very weirdly at like women who say, yeah, they're with that type of road man and they're into that. Because that is different level cave behavior, man.
It's tough out here, man. I don't know how you broached us to that, but like I said, maybe I said my ex did it and I loved it, but I don't know how to convince my girl to do it now. That's tough, man. I think you just got to ask her. Or, I don't know when your birthday's coming up, but say like I know I want for my birthday. And she says, what? Is this as eight? Baby?
Oh my goodness.
Because that might can work. She might do it if you're on a birthday float. No? Special occasion thing. I don't know how you ask that. I don't know how you approach that. But I think you should put it up on the screen and that, and maybe like, just talk about it and see if that's what she's into. So then at least you know how to broach it. Yeah, do you get what I mean?
I ever want a relationship where I need to ration of the amount of pleasure I look to bestow upon my gal because of a celebration or a special occasion. Not rationing it. You can have it anytime.
Anytime. It needs to be a special occasion every day.
Anytime. I would even be up for, and it's normally on the flip, right? When I'm tired and like she's on it, and she just wants to just do it. I'm like, okay, I'll be up for that. And I wouldn't look to force her to do that. By the way, if she's tired, you know, power dynamics and that. If it gets out, you know. No, I'm not interested in that at all. Yeah, I tread carefully. But yeah, man, them groom properly. Wash bum.
Clean yourself, man. Let us see you're clean, and then put on some porn. Go straight to ass eating. I think I might record a rimming or something. And then you watch it, and then just have a candid conversation, you know, to see her response to it. What does she think about it? Does she think it's horrible? Is it in her wheelhouse?
Yeah. I don't think Emmanuel, I don't want to ever disrespect Emmanuel to be asking that kind of question on air.
Yeah, that's true.
Like his caricature isn't supposed to be, you know, talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, he's not that kind of man.
Leave him for what he's on the show for.
Yeah, no, that's not a man's MO.
Nah.
Gonna ruin his brand. Glad he weren't here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marlon, I hope that helped, man. Get the porn out, man. Get the porn out. Use it, watch it, have some conversations, lighthearted, have a little drink, a little smoke and that, and just see how far you can get, man.
All right, last headlines.
She said, don't ask her. Times are changing, man. You guys just gotta embrace your inner freak, man. Freakiness around the world, man. These are our last headlines now. Let's go. Oh God, talk about. This is wild.
Can you give a proper, like, give space for people to kind of tune out of this particular thing? So you say for the next, I don't know, 20 seconds, I'm going to be reading out triggering, a triggering article, and once it is that this thing isn't on the screen anymore, I'll have finished it. Like, give them proper a heads up, because you just say, all right, trigger warning, and you just go into it. You don't give them opportunity to say, all right, cool, I'm tapping out. This is sexual abuse.
All right, there's a trigger warning. So this next headline is about sexual abuse. So if you don't want to hear it, you can tune out for the next 20 seconds.
All right.
Did that work?
Thank you very much.
It says trigger on the screen. How many votes have we got for our poll?
All right, so far
47.
So far, 48 votes, and 73% say hell no. That could be just men doing that. Right?
Not buying it, man.
But 27% say yes, please. That could be men doing that too. Women could not have participated in this at all. Because you're thinking it should be higher than that, right? If it's just women.
If it's anonymous, I think it should be higher than that still.
Then your theory is wrong then.
No, but my friend is
not
right.
on it.
No, they're lying.
Yeah?
Like, in real life,
our audience may not be on that. They may be on the righteous thing.
these guys are freaks. Only freaky guys up this early every morning.
What are you talking about? They're awake. Responsible adults.
Only the freakiest old guys is up early this morning, yeah, flirting with man in the chat.
Oh my god!
I'm never gonna lie. It's gonna come out. They're gonna do a documentary in about 25 years. We're gonna find out that the TDA girls were freaking, like great, like a cult. Like
100%. I believe a lot of them just need that motivation.
I just need a place where we can kick it, man. That's why we need to start having events.
Yeah.
Black love.
100%. But it's all love. You're all lives.
All love matters. All love matters.
We don't. We don't just have black supporters. We got all types, man.
So can you make me a T&B shop that says all love matters on it?
Yeah, of course I can.
Right, let's do it.
Of course I can. As you saw me when you walked in, I was looking at the T-shirts and this, that, and X. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it to a line very, very soon. I'm gonna try and do it over the weekend. I'll have a shop front up so that you guys can start buying this, that, and X. I want the first line to be a range that Daniel has designed.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's nice. But God willing, the weekend I'll have time to basically do it. Anyway, trigger warning.
All right, yeah, trigger warning. A woman wins payout after sexsomnia rape case was dropped. Jade Blue McCrossan Nevercott reported a rape case in 2017, believing she was raped while asleep. The Crown Prosecution Service dropped the charges before trial due to the defence's claim of sexsomnia, a rare sleep disorder involving sexual acts during sleep. Jade received £35,000 in compensation from the CPS, which acknowledged its mistake and apologised. Jade's lawyers stated that such payouts from the CPS are extremely rare. Jade aims to push for systemic changes in the CPS and legal systems to improve handling of rape cases. So if she's been paid compensation because they're saying that the CPS got the decision wrong about the rape, that's just civil. Is there no criminal case on the person that they dropped the charges against? Like, how's that work? So the person's got away scot-free? You're paying them money, you're admitting some kind of wrongdoing. That's weird. That person should at least be on like a register or something. Fucking hell.
You think payment of money means wrongdoing?
Huh?
You think payment means wrongdoing?
From the CPS's point of view? Yeah, after the fact. Yeah, if they're gonna pay him, the CPS who holds the court, innit? The CPS has said they dropped it out and then they've gone and paid her back after the fact. So that would suggest that Dave does nothing wrong.
Okay.
See where you're going. Two totally different things. Two totally different things. Prince Harry and Meghan. And Meghan will visit Colombia to support projects safeguarding young people from online harm. The couple invited by Prince President Francia Marquez will meet leaders and youth committed to progress. They aim to raise awareness about cyberbullying, online exploitation, and their mental health impact. Prince Harry and Meghan, who face social media attacks, campaign for a safer internet. This is what they do. Oh, and our last headline, this is an important one, especially for you freaks in the chat. Especially for you freaks in the chat. God damn. Gonorrhea is becoming increasingly resistant to antibiotics and could be untreatable in the future. Health officials have warned as a report reveals a rise in super strength cases in England. There were 85,000 cases of gonorrhea diagnosed in England last year, the highest level since records began in 1918. Left untreated, it can lead to serious health problems, including pelvic inflammatory diseases and infertility. The vast majority of cases can be treated, but recently there have been an increase in people diagnosed with strands that are resistant to cetrazone, the first-line antibiotic typically used to treat the infection. Most of those affected were in their 20s, heterosexual, and acquired the infection abroad, though some had no travel history, according to the UK Health Security Agency. The Public Health Agency confirmed there had been transmissions of cetrazone-resistant gonorrhea in England. So, guys, the super gonorrhea strain is there. You got stay woke, man. Stay woke. Oh, I suppose it could just be like COVID. Like COVID's like the new flu, innit? Like COVID ain't never leaving now. Like, nah, it's coming, ain't never leaving. So maybe you might be able to live with the gonorrhea. I don't know. But stay safe, people. Stay woke. And it's time to pay more bills. Imagine getting gonorrhea for life. Let's get into the reaction. Welcome to the reaction, people, where I read out some sports headlines for you. There was Carabao Cup action. Oh, that was Wednesday. We didn't do that yesterday, did we? Is that today? Is today Thursday?
Today's Thursday.
Shit.
Got something to do?
Later.
Uh-huh.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Keep watching, just day just creeping up on you, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday, which was Wednesday, was Carabao Cup action. Sheffield Wednesday beat Hull City 2-1. Plymouth Argyle beat Cheltenham Town 3-0. Big up Wayne Rooney in his first win. And Middlesbrough beat Leeds 3-0. And there was also Super Cup action last night. So Real Madrid defeated Atalanta 2-0 in UEFA Super Cup on Wednesday at the National Stadium in Warsaw, Poland. The Spanish Giants controlled the match with 51% of the possession and had more shots on target, 6-2. Valverde opened the scoring for Real Madrid in the 59th minute, and Kylian Mbappe sealed the victory with a goal in the 68th minute. The victory marks Real Madrid's 5th UEFA Super League Cup title, adding to their impressive collection of European titles. We spoke about this before. Plymouth Argyle defeated Cheltenham 3-0 in the Carabao Cup first round, marking Wayne Rooney's first win as Plymouth's head coach. After a goalless first half, Ben Waine broke the deadlock for Argyle, followed by goals from Ryan Hardy and Mustafa Bundu. And our last headline, Naomi Osaka expresses challenges in regaining form after maternity break. So, Naomi Osaka, the former world #1 tennis player, has opened up about her struggles to rediscover her best form since returning to the WTA tour in January after giving birth to her first child. Despite being a 4-time Grand Slam champion, Osaka has been unable to advance past the quarterfinals at any tournament since her return. In a candid Instagram post, Osaka expressed her frustration and confusion about her current state, describing it as feeling like she's not fully in control of her body and missing shots she wouldn't normally miss. She acknowledged that she's been going through various surface transitions, but the feeling she has is similar to the postpartum period. While Osaka has shown glimpses of her former brilliance, such as pushing world #1 Iga Swiatek to the limit at the French Open. She's still searching for consistency. She's set to compete at the US Open later this month, where she's a 2-time champion, hoping to find her rhythm and regain her top form. And that is the end of our show. Still don't like none of these. I haven't got done a few today, guys. Sorry. No, all week. Let's get into our recap. All right, people. We've had a great show today. Just quickly, which I should have done at the beginning of the show, just to let you know, the link is in the Discord. There's still a handful of tickets left for the Daryl Blake tour this Saturday, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Remember, don't sign up to take the tickets if you don't want to come. Save them for serious people only. But on today's show, we're talking about there's a global threat for monkeypox. It's out there. It's rife. It's going off. Might come back over these shores. You never know. Stay safe, people. Stay safe. It's still going off in the Middle East and Gaza and Hamas. I think they're refusing to take part in the new rounds of ceasefire talks. Also, we spoke about Mr. Franklin and our topic of the day, and about marriage being weaponized and Christianity and all kinds of things. There was a wonderful story about Brent seducing a lovely Jewish lady in the library. So go and take that in. The Metropolitan Police are failing in all areas of work, as usual. What else is there going to be? And then, yeah, that's kind of about it. Last but not least, and most importantly, there's a monster strain, a super strain of gonorrhea going around. It's becoming untreatable. So I would suggest you lot strap up, stay safe, stay woke, man. And that's it, man. That's the end of our show. Any other notifications they need?
No.
No?
No.
You've got it all here, man. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. We'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, man, to wrap up the week for you lot.
Should be full house. And we have a guest tomorrow.
Is it?
Yes.
Full house and a guest.
Yes.
That's dope. Peace out, people.
Later.
Pow.